Hello, guys. Sorry. Oh, great. Okay, once I get to mute my mic, I'm gonna try to fix something real quick. Okay, I'm back. I had the camera facing my 75 so you guys could see it. Why is Mel not showing up? Mel, you need to turn your video on, maybe. Hello, guys. Sorry I'm late. We just had a little technical difficulties, so apparently Mel's having hers too. Oh, let me see if she's. Sorry, guys.
Wait.
Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Try her again. There we go.
Is it working?
Yes, now it's working. I don't know what this one is.
I think I'm lagging or something.
Okay,
I love internet.
The camera on. Let me turn this up so I can actually hear you. I had the camera on in my on my 75, but apparently my volume doesn't want to turn down to the point where I don't echo. So I'm gonna have to wait and turn the camera on later.
I was getting a little bit of echoing. I mean, now.
Okay, yeah, that's because I had that camera on, or I had the cell phone on.
But we diatoms.
Yes, brown diatoms. That's what I was gonna show you guys in my tank. It's got, which is starting to go away now, but it's got a layer of brown all over everything, and it looks like dust. It looks like somebody got in there and poured a
Brown town.
Huh?
I said Brown town.
Yeah, right. Really bad. Yeah. So in my situation, it's because it's a new tank. In this situation now, and I said that I would like update a little bit. The sanctuary has got a huge brown diatom breakout too, but that's because the sanctuary is working its way out of the cursed tank era slowly. The fish got a little fungus, nothing deadly, nothing serious, but a little fungus on them. So I dosed with fungus. Can't do a water change for 2 weeks, and then we accidentally overfed a little bit. Well, I didn't. Anita did. She had a handful, and that what I mean. So and between that and my canister filter needed clean, so it had low flow. Anyway, we'll get into the reasons why, but it broke out with brown diatoms, and I was going to show you that, but you can't hardly see through the glass. So I figured
it's everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's just on the two tanks, the 75 and the 55 Petra tank. The used to be Curse tank. It's just those two. But as soon as I can get the fungus medication is over, I'm going to clean up the 55 because there's it's not really hard to get rid of diatoms once you figure out the source problem.
Right. So I still haven't experienced diatoms. I'm sorry. I'm getting like echo. Like I'm hearing myself after I speak and you.
Okay, well, let me try something real quick. It could be that you're double on here. Let me kick. Okay, is that better?
Oh yeah, way better.
Okay, it had you up here twice.
That might be part of it.
So, what Christopher says, Shirley looks like. Oh well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, Christopher. The only place I'm going is right here. I went a little heavy.
Let me meander over to the tanks.
Yeah, Dan says he likes your dramatic gothic lighting.
Oh yeah, new shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know. It says things I do in my spare time, and then a bunch of tank stuff. But yeah, thought it was appropriate. But
I do.
anywho, I every tank, all three of these tanks, I've set up like no diatoms at all, no phase or anything like that. I think. Well, the first tank I had was full of autosynclus and a bunch of other stuff,
There we go.
snails. So it's possible that I did go through the phase, but just they were eating it all.
Yeah, that's quite possible. I think that's one of the reasons I don't have regular algae in some of my tanks is because I've got algae eaters that take care of it as it comes.
Yep. I started with an army of those. And then the other two tanks don't have autos or anything like that, but I never went through that phase either. And I know it has a lot of to do with like some people are going to have it worse than others because of your water chemistry and your substrate and what rocks are in there.
Well, the thing that probably applies to you is your plants, and that's what we're gonna talk about that too. Is plants are whoa, there you
I
go.
hit a button.
Don't hit buttons, Mel.
I'm trying to switch the camera so that I can, because I'm with the tanks now.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, plants are a big thing. We'll get more into it when it's about competing for nutrients and different things like that. So, I mean, it's a similar concept to algae, but I wanted to first talk. Hold on. I thought I had my notes, but when I looked, I was trying to get everything ready, and then whenever I looked down, it said 5:01. I was like, holy hell, they're going to get so mad at me. I wrote some things down so I wouldn't forget anything, which I've had brown diatoms more times than I can count because of how many tanks I've set up. So
right.
I'm not unfamiliar with them. It's just when I get on here, I get talking and get excited and forget what I'm talking about. So
tangents are good. Oh, yeah. Look how big this lotus has gotten. It's really starting to fill out the pot in Schmittsville.
Oh, wow. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Gotta get the old zucchini out of here.
That is not the page I was looking for. Why is it every time I need something, it's not where I need it to be?
Did you forget to praise Finsby today?
Oh, he knows how I feel about him. That's probably the answer you were looking for, right?
Nailed.
Okay, I guess I don't really have to have a page of these notes because I pretty much know what those say anyway. It's just these facts I wanted to make sure I got them all right.
Has every tank that you've started, like, do you always have diatom algae, like, in every tank?
Mostly, it's mostly the ones that have a tendency to overfeed.
Okay. So the excess nutrients.
Yeah, when I first get, but like I said, there's reasons for that. We'll get in, we'll talk about that in the first place in a bit. But I wanted to tell you guys some facts because a lot of people think brown algae is actually algae. It's not. It's a single cell organism. It photosynthesizes like algae, but it's completely different. Like it thrives in low light versus algae thrives in high light. And it actually exists literally in every single body of water, including your tank water, every single body of water that exists on Earth. It's responsible for 20 to 50% of oxygen in the atmosphere. So you can see that that's a. And Dan says he thinks he's had it in every tank. So,
every tank?
Yeah.
I don't know how I just lucked out and avoided it then.
Well, I'm telling you, it's probably that you plant like crazy.
Yeah. I probably have a new plant like every week that I add.
And not only that, but you keep up your maintenance. You clean it out and, because that's one thing that can cause brown diatoms. And that's what I was saying about my food. It's not just overfeeding. It's pretty much any organics is breaking down in your tank. It causes, it causes nitrates and such, and they feed on nitrates. So, and they feed on phosphates, and they use silicate to form the shell that's around them. So, those three things, if you've got those three things in your water, you've got the trifecta. So, but, one can be high and cause diatoms without having the others be high as well. So, let's see.
Well, so that makes me think that it's kind of like what is that, cyano then? More like that then,
Well, I don't know. I have
because
never really
cyano
noticed
isn't.
that. Yeah,
Well, it's not an algae. It's
bacteria.
I've never had it, but I can't remember exactly what it is. But I know it's not an algae. I know Dan would know more about it since he's a master of cyano over there.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about with that stuff. I've seen plenty of him. I've heard plenty of his conversations about it. So,
I got too much water lettuce over here. Look at all this.
I love when my water lettuce takes over. Which right now in my 55 with Sid, the diatoms. No, don't wish that on me in that tank. The duckweed has taken over. So yeah, see, Dan says cyanobacteria is sort of like a bacteria, but not exactly.
Yeah, cyanobacteria is complicated.
Yeah, I hear it is. That's something I really don't want to have to deal with. I hear it can be pretty, like you said, complicated and not pleasant to deal with.
Yeah, I actually, that water sprite that I got from Dan had a bunch of it on it, and I just left it in the bucket outside. I was like, "Nope, you live in a bucket."
Yeah, you
So
stay out here.
I enjoy it outside.
Yep.
Not that I have room for it in any of these tanks, anyways.
Right. Well, the thing with diatoms is there can be different things that cause it. Like in general,
Right.
the most common thing that is the cause of it is a new tank that has an imbalance, which is typical of pretty much anything that happens in an unstable tank. Um, so you've got it could be a high level of phosphates, like we were talking about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
nitrates from broken organics breaking down in your tank. See, that's one thing where preventing it and getting rid of it. One of the big things is maintenance to clean up all the organics, keep them clean, do water changes, um, things like that. And that will remove the excess phosphates or nitrates or even silica, whatever might be in your tank. Now, if you have a problem with silica or phosphates being in your water, that's a different story. There's different ways you can handle that. But when you have silicates or phosphates in your water, there's doing water changes and maintenance doesn't really it really doesn't have that much effect because the silica is always going to be a silicate or phosphates in your water already.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people when they have the problem isn't when you get it as a new tank because as soon as your tank balances out, you just clean it off every day and just as it gets on your nerves, not every day, however often you want to do it, clean it off and it's fine. It'll come back, but eventually when your tank balances out, it will go away. The problem that people have is when A, it either stays too long, or B, it's a chronic problem and keeps coming back. That's why I really try to be careful with the now sanctuary tank because it has a chronic problem where if I do the slightest bit of overfeeding or I don't do a water change when I should, it has a bloom. And that's another thing about brown diatoms. They come in blooms. They come and they outbreak. They start they don't start gradually and build up like some algae will. They go in these huge they just appear out of nowhere, it seems like. They coat your plants, it coats your decor, it coats your substrate, everything. So it's like this little dust that you can't get off. But it comes in blooms, so when it goes away just as fast. Like one day you'll go to bed, turn the lights off, and the diatoms will be everywhere, and the next day you'll look and it'll be gone. Just a little dust here and there that hasn't blown away yet. So it's not. It's
So bright side.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's one of the easier algae as far as like there's a lot more things you can do for it, you
Yeah.
know. It's not the worst algae I feel like you could have.
No. I mean, for one,
Uh,
it's not harmful in any way. It's just really
right. Well, right. Unsightly
yes.
mostly.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's unlike other algae, which, in the right perspective, looks natural and kind of can add some, if it's not overtaking, can add, a little
Right.
quality. You don't get that with brown diatoms. It looks like somebody hasn't dusted their house in 10 years. Like it's a lot. So it's not pleasant in any shape, form, or fashion. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. Now, there is one thing that a lot of people say whenever they hear the words brown algae. Oh, it's algae. Dim the lights. Reduce your lighting. That's not a good idea because brown diatoms thrive in low light. Um, if you want to mess with your light, which is really not necessary to do, you want to raise your light, which will give you the good conditions for regular algae, which may or may not be easier for you to deal with because it will outcompete the brown diatoms. But then you've got another problem on your hands. So it's a matter of what you want to deal with. But you don't want to
Right.
lower your lights because, or you don't want to lower your lights because they thrive in low light. They do really well in low light. So, and let's see.
Well, I feel like a lot of people, like the minute they get algae, they're like, lower your light, whatever. But it's really more like focus on growing other things, like you said, to outcompete it.
Right, that's what I was talking about with your with the reason why one of the reasons why you probably don't have brown diatoms is because plants too will outcompete because it feeds on the nitrates and all that stuff that is food source for diatoms. So if you plant like crazy like you do and
Uh
keep
huh.
if you're going to plant like crazy, you can't forget to maintain. You can't forget to clean up the dead matter so it doesn't turn into organics that's breaking down that will encourage the brown diatoms because that's one of the things that does it too. So if you're going to have live plants and use that to compete with the brown diatoms, which is a good idea, you have to make sure you keep your maintenance up.
Oh yeah.
So, oh my God, I got mosquitoes coming in because I got my door open.
Good job.
But yeah, so the biggest problem with the 55, the sanctuary, the reason I haven't gotten rid of those yet is because I can't do the water change. I can't even clean it up because if you clean it up, the diatoms float into the water column and make a brown, foggy mess until they settle again. So you really have to do a water change after you clean it off your decor and off your glass.
Yeah, I feel like even if I did have a good amount of diatom algae, or I don't, it doesn't really bother me. It's like you said, like it looks more natural and it's just like growing pains for a new tank. I mean, nothing in this hobby happens quickly,
No.
at least not as fast as we'd like.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I'm really worried about cleaning that is because A, I can barely see my fish, and B,
Right,
there's still the mess on the substrate that I didn't get to clean up, and that's why it hasn't gone away yet. Is because it's still got the mess on the substrate, but
right,
I can't vacuum the substrate without removing a lot of water, and that defeats the whole purpose of not doing a water change with the medication in. So
right.
it's gonna be another week or so before I can actually start working towards getting rid of the brown diatoms in it. But luckily, the fungus went away within the first like 3 days. I haven't seen hide nor hair of it, and we didn't have any sick fish or anything from it or nothing. It was just some fungus spots on them. So
Those fungus meds I sent, that I think I sent you the XFL P. Is that working good?
yeah, that's what I use.
Or
The medicine.
no, XFL F. XFL F, not P.
That's what it was. Somebody said their fish had fungus today and wanted to know what I used on mine, and I effing couldn't remember.
Yeah, Expel F. It's still by Fritz, but
I'll have to text her and tell her. But
I haven't used it. But I know Fritz products are generally good.
well, that's what I used for this fungus issues. I used the Expel F, and within the first 2 max 3 days, there was a noticeable difference in it. By day 3 or 4, it was gone. So it's
Perfect.
yeah, but it says to leave it and don't do a water change for 2 weeks. So I don't want to run the risk that it's going to come back because I didn't leave the medication in long enough. So I just have to deal with
Right.
the coating of old food on the bottom and the and the thick coat of dust all over my plants and stuff. And I don't have any algae eaters in there. Now I have learned my cories like it. They will hover over the leaves and they will eat the brown diatoms off the leaves.
Corys eat diatoms?
I don't
I guess
think
they eat anything.
I don't know if it's typical, but mine will eat the diatoms off the leaves. They don't keep it
That's
clean,
new.
but they will eat it. Well, at least mine do. That's what I'm saying. I'm not
I
saying
guess
it's typical.
I guess Corys eat anything.
Yeah, oh yeah, they definitely will. Gabriel's in here. I was wondering if he saw my little dinosaur in the background. I was going to show everybody. Gabriel made this for me, and it's really cute. I do not know the reason for the leash. I was told to ignore it, but it's a cute little dinosaur. Roar! Roar! It's so cute. Okay. And if anybody
Oh
wants
yeah,
any,
Gabriel makes some really cute stuff.
yes, that's what I was going to say. Go contact Gabriel. He's in the chat. Just yell at him. He'll take care of you. He's good at it. So, but yeah, hardcore roar, guys. Roar.
Ran off.
Arcat?
Yeah.
Is it back? Good job. Arcat just went outside.
Oh, nice.
Bolted up
So I did not say goodbye.
Ran the fuck
Hello
off.
to everybody.
We'll be back.
So I'm going to
Yeah,
take
she-
a quick second to say hi.
Sorry
Hello,
about that, guys.
Christopher.
Apparently my cat was allowed to go outside and ran off, but she'll be back.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm saying hi
She
to
came
everybody
back
real quick.
came back last time within 24 hours, so I'm not too worried about it, but
That's good. Okay, so Christopher's here. So hi, Christopher. Hi, Dan. Gabriel. Rosie was here, but I missed her apparently. Mr. Zeem the Magnificent. Zeem the Machine. And Mel left me. Let's see. Zeem, Dan. Hi, Neil. And Not Flanders. Neil, Not Flanders. You guys are chatty today. ZBZ, hello. Annie, hi. Glad to see you. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? I think I've got everybody. Okay. Yes, exactly, Dan. She knows. Now I don't like cats being outdoors, but that's a different story. Whole economy misbalance kind of thing, and it's unsafe and blah blah blah. Oh, okay. Harley's idea for the leash so I can walk the dinosaur. See, Harley's smart. I can walk him. Gotta walk him. Walk him. It's more like I'm hanging him, really. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Here, sit right there. Sit right there. So, open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur. Yep. I didn't mean to put that on there. Anyway, so there is Mel back. I think she's been back for a second. I just didn't see her. There you are, Mel.
I hit a button in all the chaos. Anywho.
Yep.
I
Anybody got any questions or comments or anything about diatoms before any corrections for me or whatever? Steve got to hit on my dinosaur today, Dan says. Well, that's nice. I'm glad he got to. I'm so jealous. I want one of those. So anybody with comments or questions or corrections or anything?
feel like the more plants you put in a tank, the less issues in general, but I mean that does come with its own things, like
Yeah.
like you said, more maintenance and stuff like that.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you keep up with cleaning out the dead, trimming back, and all that stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just doing.
It says, Shirley, did you set up the rack? Okay, Amy, I've got a video coming out, and I had one that I had out, but it got really messed up. And I mean, when I tried to save it after editing it, it broke it up and put like echoey. It was horrible. So I took it down and I was redoing it, and then I decided to put up another part and do some modifications. So that should be happening sometime in the next few days. And when that is done, I will give everybody, I will send, put the video out and show everybody what it looks like and how it goes and everything. But we have got 8 tanks on it so far, and it looks freaking amazing. I'm so impressed with it. I really am.
Soon you'll have racks on every wall.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of putting a rack for the 240 breeders in here instead of putting them on the rack in the bedroom, because we have more small tanks than I measured for. So we've got the 140 breeder on the bottom in there. My bedroom tank is on the bottom in there, and I'm gonna put some more 20s and 10s and 5s on the bottom, and then I've got the second rack, the second row already filled, and then the third row I'm gonna put more 10s and 20s. So,
well, it looks really good so far.
Hey, Ark just
Lisa,
came in,
here's your reminder.
or at least as far as I know he did.
Arc, hey,
But yeah, that's how the rack is going. It's not complete. We thought it was, then we decided to do something not different, but add something to it. Add the third rack to it. So yeah, so it's not done yet. And I was gonna go ahead and edit the video and put it on YouTube and get it ready, and so everybody can see it. Django, you're not the badass you think you are.
tell him, Django.
Well, I've got the door open, which is probably a dumb idea to do while I've got a live going. But
This is my favorite thing to do all day, is feed these rice fish.
They're gonna be all fat.
Yeah. Well, they're giving me eggs every day.
That's nice. Mine, I don't think are old enough to do that yet. I mean, maybe they are, but I don't think so. They're nowhere near that big.
And I got 3 more of the dark red llamas coming here soon, but because of the hurricane, it all got delayed because they're coming from Florida.
Oh, wow. Then, yeah, this is probably going to take a minute. Oh, I shipped to my mom and a Pleco to my mom. And they got there in just like, I sent them Monday morning, and they got there by Tuesday around like noon or 1 o'clock or something like that. So, all the way from Washington State to Arkansas. So I don't know what's the deal with receiving mail from my post office, but apparently when we're getting shit the F out of here, we're good at it. Not so much in taking stuff in.
Right. Oh my goodness, there's the Wonder Killy that just popped up in here. Oh, and he's gone.
Aww.
He's in here though. He did not like the camera being over him. They have really good sensory of anything above them.
And Annie says, Mel, the water lettuce looks great.
Thank you.
It's
being thrown away more than I'd want to. I need some tanks.
Christopher says the Master Betta shop he posted on Discord gets high-end rice fish. They're in Hawaii and get their stock straight from Japan. Oh, nice. We'll have to check that. I'll check that post on Discord. I'm gonna have to beat Mel in breeding rice fish.
Those diamond dust rice fish that I had my eye on, the diamond dust ones I showed you, they're available.
Get those and mess you up, fish block you. No, I wouldn't do that. I've got mine. What are they called, Mel? Red caps?
Yeah, I know you at least have a few of those.
Yeah, I've got seven rice fish. Two of them are blue ones, and I think they were. I don't remember what you said they were, and then the other four, five. I don't remember. I've either got 6 or 7. Anyway, the other ones are the white with the orangey red spots on their head.
Yeah, that's the red cap. I have Pearl Galaxy and the King Yamos right now. But I really want those diamond dust. They've got that. They call it lame. I guess
Yeah.
it's like like you look down on them and they're just sparkling.
Yeah.
Like all the colors you could ever think of, just like glitter.
Okay. Now, do you think I should tell them my idea about the 90-gallon breeder?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. This is my idea, and I thought it might be good. I'm setting up a 90-gallon breeder. I'm getting it next weekend, and hopefully I'll have a stand done by then. I am going to turn it into, hopefully, a high-flow river tank, because I'm going to put the Garo Rufa and hopefully 4 or 5 more of his buddies in it, which is 7.5 inches long, by the way. He's freaking huge. But normally they only get up to about 5.5. So anyway, I'm going to put some of those in there. I'm putting my hill streams, my White Cloud Mountain minnows, and hopefully, if I can get a hold of them, some rainbow shiners. Now, I was going to put my rice fish in there, but rice fish do not like a lot of flow, and the other fish in the tank like high flow. So I plan on putting some wave makers in there and creating some current for all of them, and just make a really pretty tank. Now, here's what I need. I need help from you guys. Now, if I take the time to deck this tank out like I want to deck it out, I'll never get it done. It'll never happen. So I thought that it might be fun for you guys to send me or get some or whatever, some decor that you like that's special from you, or plants, whatever, and send it. And then when we do a live to decorate the 90, which I plan to do, I will tell what everybody sent, and we will figure out where to put it, so that way everybody's decor or plants or whatever get put in an appropriate place. Now, I do not mind some fake things, like some fake plants, but they need to be like realistic looking, because I want to make a river tank out of it. That would be what's cool. So, what do you think about that, guys? Do you think that would be a good idea to do like a decor drive where everybody sends me their pieces, or sends me some pieces they want put in there, and I showcase it in the live for everybody?
Yeah, it'll be like a collage of everybody's, everyone will get to add their own little personal flair.
Yes. And it'll be even better if we did the other 2 tanks, because it'll be stuff that you guys contributed, and it'll be like, oh, hey, there's, viewer A, there's, and everybody, when they see it, when I give updates, will be able to see their decor and their plants and see how well they're doing. So I think that might be fun. What do you guys think about that? Wait for some comments to come in, or wait for nothing. They're probably like, I don't really care.
I think it's a fun idea.
I do too, and I don't care. Like I said, I don't care. It doesn't have to be real. You don't have to go spend $100 on a piece of driftwood and send it to me. I mean,
right?
It can be like a fake silk plant or something that looks realistic. I just want it to look real, because I want it to look like a riverbed.
Right.
Like, because all those fish in it, that's the kind of environment they live in. So, okay, Christopher says, instead of power heads for the river tank, you should consider getting 2 of the really powerful Vivor canisters. Would probably cost about the same. Christopher, send me links, because I'm not really sure what those are. If they're filters, which I'm assuming that's what canisters means, I would love to look at them, because if they're that cheap, because powerheads and wave makers can be pretty inexpensive if well, I mean, not the super good ones, obviously, but for mine, the inexpensive ones are fine. So send me some links or whatever. So Hydroponic is here. Hello, Hydroponic. Dan says I can send some plants, but they'll give snails and whatnot on them. I don't really care. The snails aren't gonna really bother me. The snails won't bother me. So, in worst case scenario, I'll rinse them off real good so I won't have a big influx of snails like when I got infested in the first place. So snails aren't a big deal. I don't mind a few here and there as long as they don't overtake. That's not the problem. So I've got a few tanks that's just got snails in them that's not overtaken, and the 255s have got snails, but they're not overtaking anymore. Even though the curse tank started out with snails everywhere, I've got a snail graveyard on the bottom now.
I call them free little helpers.
Yep. James says he will send. I'm assuming that's a donation. Once he's no longer pouring, like Anita decides Zeem's decoration. Oh, Anita would love that, Zeem, because like I was telling, I don't know if you guys heard the hack, but it's not really a hack, but like a little tip. If you are looking for driftwood, go to the reptile and the bird section. Because they have lots of really nice pieces. I got a piece of, what was it, Mapani or something like that, and a piece of grapevine or grapewood vine or something like that. Anyway, they're really nice pieces of wood. I got one for $12 and one for 16, and they were pretty good pieces. I mean, I showed them to Mel.
Just because it doesn't say aquarium on it, they're like a million times cheaper.
But it did say on this on the tag aquarium safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it said, but the title was wood for small animals, reptiles, and birds, or something like that. And then at the bottom it said aquarium safe. So
weird. I wonder. I don't know. I guess like they're not branding it specifically for an aquarium, which I guess makes it cheaper. I don't understand.
I don't either. Maybe because they know fish people will pay for the best for their fish.
Right. Yep. We are crazy.
It's like, oh my God, there's a 4-inch piece of wood and it's $752. I gotta have it.
Yep.
Hey, kiddo. Okay. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Hydroponic says, I like ram's horn snails. My jewel cichlids much on my extras. Yeah, my Sid and my other electric blue cars used to eat them, and we wouldn't find a single snail in their tanks. Now they just don't give a flying what. Zine says he's familiar. He's used all of his used it in vivariums and backgrounds. Let's see. Christopher says he's lucky to have 3 driftwood stores close to his house. We're on the ocean, but most of the driftwood for sale comes from local swamp. Well, that's cool. I get most of my stuff until I found out that little tip. I got most of my stuff from a friend who walks the woods and walks the beaches and stuff, and he collects them. So, well, Jason, you guys will see him in the video. So he brings me a lot of wood and a lot of rocks and stuff that are really pretty.
I'm still too much of a chicken to grab wood from outside and put it in the tank. I don't know why.
I started doing it before I knew you could, before I knew if it was a problem or not. I just never even thought about it. I was like, yeah, outside, throw it in my tank, wash off all the bugs.
I mean, makes sense. I mean, if you're trying to stay natural with it, but I guess. I mean, but we're just also worried about, what could that have on it when what do you think they do in the wild? You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess another argument about it is the fish that we get have never been exposed to those things out there, whereas wild animals grow up with it. I get that argument, but I'm just too lazy. I'm just take my money.
Yeah. Exactly. But see, that's what I'm saying, though, is if you guys find a piece of good wood that's, with not pesticides, not find, find and, I don't know if I should take anything from somebody else's outdoors because it could have pesticides or something on it that I don't know about. So, but if you I
think that's the scariest.
That's the what?
That's the scariest is pesticides to me.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. So I make sure that, wherever I get it from, I know it doesn't have pesticides and stuff in it. But other than that, if you find a piece of good wood or decor, or I don't know if you really want to ship rocks or whatever, or if you see something online or something and you just ship it straight to me or whatever, I will, as long as it's realistic and not some weird freaking Barney doll or a SpongeBob pineapple house. You know, as long as it's realistic and nice and natural, that's what I'm trying to think of. Then I'll be happy to put it in and tell everybody who sent it. So I think that might be fun for everybody. And we can I don't know.
Could have everyone like whenever you get them, you could like save them all for like a specific day of the week or whatever, and we could all put it in the tanks together like we did when we escaped the other tank.
That's what I said. I'll do a live and I'll show everybody what everybody got, and then we'll put it in the tank where everybody likes it, so everybody's satisfied that their stuff can be seen and stuff like that. So
I like the idea.
Dan says, I do too. I think it's a fun idea, and I'm not asking anybody for money or anything. I'm just, everybody gets a chance to help build this tank, and it's going to be everybody's, and I know we try to do that with the other tanks, but it's different because everybody gets to actually put something in it. So
right, instead of stuff you picked out.
Right. Dan says he has a SpongeBob pineapple.
Not shocked.
Hydroponics says they got some reasonable for Aquarium Society auction and found their stash from 15 years ago. Oh, nice. I love Aquarium Society auctions. That's where I got a few fish, and Mike Halitawas, as a matter of fact, I got them super cheap there, and I got some pretty ones. And then, yeah, because they're much more expensive than I got them. I got them for it was like $28 for 7 of them, and here they're going for like $17.99, something like that a piece. So, yeah, I got them quite a bit cheaper than they're going for in an auction. I love those things. So, but I guess we should probably talk about what we were talking about now. But yes, if everybody, I will put a little post or something up with contact information so people can contact me if they want to send something or order something, and I will give them my mailing address so that way they can send me whatever they want to, and I will try to figure out, I don't know, maybe give how long do you think I should keep it open for, because at some point we're going to have to go ahead and do the tank.
I don't know. I mean, you'd probably want to give people some time. I mean, they're going to want to have time to find what they want. Maybe and send it. And, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks. Three weeks. At least, like 3 weeks, or just make it a month thing.
Yeah.
Like all this month, like you have this month to, contribute whatever you want, and that gives people time.
Yeah. And then, and November 1st, I will, we will decide when we're going to do the live, because I don't have a calendar in front of me to see exactly when.
I feel like a month is reasonable.
Yeah, it is. To give everybody a month, it'd be a good idea. So that's the only thing that I ask is if you can, just try to remember I'm trying to do a riverbed scape for all these animals, for these fish. So Christopher says a tank full of nothing but a ton of SpongeBob pineapples.
Yes.
Our guy says,
and one Squidward house.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can't forget the one Squidward house and one Patrick Rock.
Just one. Yeah, just one, and then the rest SpongeBob.
All SpongeBobs. That would be if freaking Squidward's worst nightmare. All those SpongeBobs.
Yeah.
Our guy says he's have 7,000 pounds of gravel. It's going to cost you a lot more than it would be just to put it outside and let somebody come get it. No gravel. Well, I don't know. We're going to have some gravel. It's a riverbed. So, but yeah, I don't want any confetti, any pineapple. And I'm not trying to be picky. I know you guys are being cool and sending me stuff, but let's keep a theme here.
Right?
That's reasonable, right?
Schmutz wanted to say hi.
Hi, Schmutz. Yeah, we have sad news. My three baby angels, the 3 calico kois, Zephyr, Midas, and Schmudge, passed away yesterday. So I'm not really sure what, other than maybe my nitrates got too high. I mean, I guess our angel's sensitive to nitrates. But Yeti had lost his color, and I did a water change, and he got his color back. So that's the only thing I can think
So
of.
it had to be the water.
Yeah, there was no ammonia, no nitrites though. pH was around 6.0. It had dropped, which is probably why it was. Thank you, Zeem. Zeem says he's sorry. Night, everyone, or night, everyone. Night, Gabriel. He said night, everyone. So.
Good night, Gabriel. I can't see any of the comments, so.
Oh, okay.
And every time I try to look, I disappear, so I just stop trying.
Okay, I'll try to put these on here more so that way you can see them. I keep forgetting you can't see them. Okay, so I guess we should get back to the thing. Okay, so causes, right? We were talking about causes. Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, we were. Yep.
Okay, so causes are first and foremost the new imbalanced tank. A new tank is just an ugly stage it goes through. You just kind of got to wait it out, keep up your maintenance, clean it off, do your water changes, maybe increase a little bit more just to kind of get some of that phosphate and nitrates and whatever the imbalance is out. That kind of thing. Just wait it out. Just be patient. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just an imbalance in your tank, and your tank's got to catch up. And then you've got cases of chronic, I guess that's the only way to put it, chronic blooms of brown diatoms, or a bloom that just won't go away. Those are usually things like mine, for instance, in the sanctuary. Started out because I couldn't do a water change, so I had high nitrates, and I overfed a little bit. Well, I didn't. Anyway, I overfed. Wasn't extreme, but it was enough that with medication and it not being able to vacuum it out, it caused a diatom outbreak. So, sorry, there's weird things in my tank. And then there's also the cases of, again, it's the same concept. I overfed, so there's organics breaking down in my tank, creating nitrates and yada 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 that the diatoms feed on, right? So the same concept with you not doing maintenance for your living plants, not trimming off the dead, not cleaning up the debris from dead leaves and stuff like that. The decaying organics, or even a fish that has gotten caught somewhere that you don't know that died, that can cause something like it. It's basically dead organics decaying in your water. So you clean all that up, get it done, do some water changes, and it should eventually go away. And then there's other cases like if you've got silicate or phosphates in your water, you can do things like there are chemical ways to do it. There's like Purigen or not Purigen, Phosguard. There's another one called Phoszyme, I think.
I haven't heard of that one.
Huh?
I think maybe it's stress time. I don't.
No, it's a phos. It starts with phos.
No. Then now I haven't heard of it.
Hold on, let me go get my phone because it looks like I'm not going to be using it for that anyway. Amaze through my house. Owie.
I've been pretty lucky as far as algae goes. I feel like the worst I've ever had is like a little bit of hair algae in these floating plants in the hornwort, and then I get very small amounts of green spot algae on the glass. But with my plethora army of suckerfish and this, that, and the other, I haven't really given it a chance to happen.
Oh yeah, I've had a similar luck with green algae of any kind. Had a little tiny breakout of blackbeard algae, but in no time it was gone. Oh hey Jesse, welcome to the live. I was gonna say something clever and it just slipped out of my head, so that didn't work. Anyway, I've had a little bit of blackbeard algae. I've got a little bit of some green carpet looking algae going on in my 55 with Sid, and the plecos don't want anything to do with it. They won't even chew. I had to put a new piece of wood in there because they won't chew on the old wood because of the freaking carpet of algae. It almost looks like a really short haircut of moss on it. But it's got to be algae. What else could it be? So, I guess
I like blackbeard algae when it's
I did
when
too.
it's like big and fluffy and lush. Like I think it looks cool.
I did too. It was on one of my pieces of wood, and it did really good in there. I don't know where it went. I think I look black and white. Oh, thanks. Great. This is my new camera too. So yeah, that's wonderful. Maybe I don't know. Jess said you look black and white old school TV compared to Mel's magnificent color. Thanks.
I'm just using my phone.
I know, and I was gonna use my phone, but I can't hold it for very long. I guess I'm thinking about.
What is that? Your laptop?
No, it's the camera. My laptop was even worse. This is from my. I think it is. It's supposed to be. Let me go to settings and make sure it is, because that may be why the problem is. Let me see. Oh, this is integrated camera. No wonder. Let's try this one.
Technical difficulty. Trying to give them some tube effects. Well, hopefully the cat comes back. Like I said, last time she was only gone like 24 hours. I gotta get a GPS tracker on that cat. Bloop. All right, guys. Oop, almost got me. All right. Well, let's see. Well, up and she's back. I was gonna say while we wait on Shirley. Hi, Salient.
I am upside down. How did I?
You're upside down.
Yes, look at me.
I have to go back. I'm in the comments somehow without.
Do that.
Okay, I see you. Oh yeah, you are upside down.
How do I fix that? What the hell, dude?
More like, how did you do that? More like,
hold on, let me see if that's
just
work.
flip. Yeah, just flip the camera upside down if it's going to be upside down. There you go. Yeah, you fixed it.
Is that better though? That's my new camera.
Yeah, that's looking way better.
Okay, I was like, why is it doing it? Okay, so is that better, Salient? Yes, he says color much better. Okay. Yeah, see, the other one was my computer camera, and I knew it was crappy, but I thought maybe it was just what I was seeing. So, oh, Zeem said spider, Shirley. I thought he was telling me there was a spider somewhere. I was about to on the live. He was saying I was Spider Shirley for being upside down.
You were Spider Shirley.
That scared me to death. I was like, my heart was going. I'm not good with spiders. When I see spiders, the first thing I do is go.
Yeah, I don't do spiders either.
And the thing is, she's scared of them too. But that brave heifer, she freaking does it. I'm like, I'm not about to. Now the one thing we had a hornet flying. He was about to touch that. Neither one of us. We were not good with that. But anyway, so yes, now that that's better. So, okay, I don't know where I was at. So does anybody have any questions, comments, additions, corrections because I'm not an expert. See, not an expert. It says right there under my name. So it's on the internet. It has to be real.
Yep. Believe everything you read.
Or better yet, everything I say because I'm awesome.
Even better.
After all, I am Lord Finsby's mother, caretaker, water changer.
Handmaiden.
Apparently, Jesus.
Finsby's handmaiden. I love the Garas. Love to be in these beta floating logs.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Gara, the Panda Gara, Dietrich is halfway, not halfway okay. He's doing better. He's moving a little bit in the hospital container.
Good. Was he in the same tank as the angels?
Yeah.
That you lost? Okay.
So it was either the high nitrates or it could have been low oxygen because we've only got the canister on there, and the canister we have to turn it towards we can't use it for flow. And Mel left me. Oh, there he is. Oh, shit. I almost knocked over my drink.
The live of surprises.
Right? Hey, Craig. Jesse says, how many tanks total now, Shirley? Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Ooh. Okay, I'm taking out the two that don't have anything in it. That don't have anything but snails in it. So we have 18.
18?
Yeah. See,
That's
there's 8.
That's a good number.
Yeah, 9 in the bedroom and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me double check. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. 8. No, hold on. Maybe I miscounted. It was 18 with the 2 tanks that had nothing in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 17. So it was 18 or 19, whatever, so something like that. 17 with things in it that are not snails. Anyway, hey Craig, I see you in here. It's nice to have you. So yes, I have got that many tanks, and we're putting up more.
How many more? Or is it just gonna kind of happen?
It's gonna happen slowly. The 90-gallon I'm gonna put up as soon as we figure out the decor and all that stuff. Like we were saying in a month or whatever. It's gonna be sitting on a stand as of next weekend. He's supposed to bring it to me and put it on the stand. Hopefully we'll get the stand built because whenever I got the materials for the rack, I also had enough to do a stand for the 90-gallon bow front. So we're going to put that either here against this wall or against the wall across there. And then we're going to do, if I can get the money together, which shouldn't be too much, we're going to do a mini rack for the 240 breeders. So I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to use those for the angel breeding, though. Put the 48 that we had, we got rid of the fairy cichlids, the African cichlids that we had. We got rid of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because it was such a pain to try to keep their pH up and do everything the way, it was a pain. And you couldn't put anything with them. They were little murder death beans and death machines. And
speaking of murder beans, didn't you tell me you got pea puffers?
Yes, I got some pea puffers. They're not liking me right now, though. They're really kind of pissed off because they went from a well-planted tank to my tank, which doesn't. It's a new tank, and I didn't have any plants. I had 2 fake plants that we put in there. But that's what I got. So they're hiding underneath and around the filter.
I just realized that Monday's Columbus Day, so I don't think. So as far as me sending your fish and your plants, it's probably going to have to be Tuesday. I just found that out. Gotta love holidays. More bad news. But at least they're healthy now. They were doing that flashing thing or whatever, but it's still nothing. So whatever it was, I got rid of
it. That's the only reason why I'm not in a huge hurry about it is because I know you're taking good care of them. So,
I mean, would you rather me have 50 fish that were compromised, or you know what I mean?
I'm very happy that you're cool enough to take the time to do that, because most people wouldn't. They would have just put them in a bag and sent them on their way when they got them. So, and yes, Jesse, I have 18 tanks. If you count the ones 18, 19, whatever, I counted them a minute ago. Count the 2 that don't have anything in them, but they're still set up. Yes, that's how many I have. And I'm counting my blackworm, so you can take those 3 off, and that's 15 with fish in it. But 16 with something besides snails, and then 2 more with snails. Hey, Henry.
Let me see.
Jesse says once Dan sends him his blue discus, he'll have 6. He'll have 16. Hey, Cecil, how are you?
Cecil. Welcome, Cecil.
And I think I said hey to Henry already, I think. Hey, Henry, in case I didn't. But yeah. So, okay. So I'm trying to stay as much on topic as I can, because I know we're getting off on a tangent.
And topic schmopic.
Right?
I think we're all just having fun.
Yeah, that's why I like doing these. So Christopher says everyone stop talking about Cecil, he's here now. Well, we like talking about Cecil. Talk smack.
So Shirley, all these breeding projects that you have going on, so my favorite tank size is the 40 breeder because of the sheer space for planting and all that. But as far as what you're doing with everything, what's your favorite tank size you have?
Oh God. For general, that's got to be divided up into categories, okay? I got time. First of all, okay. My favorite of that I've got so far is my 75 for display tank. I think it's gorgeous. It's got a big floor space for your fish, plenty of place to put plants. It's gorgeous. My next one my small one that I like, that I think is my favorite tank size, it's not only good for breeding, but it's good for display tank, is a 20 long. So, but if my middle tank would be a 40 breeder. So those are my 3: 20 long, 40 breeder, and 75. I can't just do one.
I think a 75 is going to be my next size tank, but I don't really see myself going much bigger than that. Yeah. I think aren't 40 breeders similar to 75? I think they're just shorter.
I think so. Yeah, I think they got the same floor base.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought.
Hold on, let me double check that. Let me fact check.
Google.
40. Yep, Google. 40 breeder size, tank dimensions. I'll find that. Okay, a 40 breeder is actually it's a little smaller. It's 36 by 18 for a 40-gallon breeder. A 40-gallon long is 48 by 12 by 16. Whereas
I wouldn't want to go shorter than 40 breeder. I've never seen a 40 long though.
Yeah, me either. 40 long is 4 feet, but 40 breeder is, what did it say, 36? So that's 3 feet.
3 feet, yeah.
Yeah, and so.
But 40 breeders are taller than a 40 long?
40 breeder is 16 inches high. No, it's depth. The depth is more. It's got more depth. It's 18 inches deep, whereas the 40 long is 12 inches deep.
So that's the difference?
The 40 long is like a 55, but shorter, I guess, because it says the dimensions are 48 inches by 12 inches by 16
right.
inches. So I think it's just shorter than a 55 by about 2 inches. No, by 5 inches. According to this.
Yeah, I never wanted to get a 55 because of how shallow they are, front to back.
Yeah, I got the 55s because, well, the first one, I bought it intentionally because it was my first big tank and I didn't really know what I was doing. And then I got the second one because I got it for free.
Right.
And all I had to do was receipt.
Can't argue with that.
I wasn't going to pass it.
Right.
Let's see. Somebody says, I have comments here. Okay. Cecil says, how's it going? We're good, Cecil. How are you? Christopher says his favorite tanks are 60 breeders and 33 longs. I've never been around a 33 long. Let's see.
I want a 60 breeder. I can see that.
Jesse says his favorite is the 1,000 gallon. You know, pretty common.
Yeah.
Okay, and Hydroponic says their favorite is 33 gallon Rainbow Guppy planted tank. He needs to need to redo my 50 gallon Jules cichlid tank as I've been putting my snail infested decor in there for them to snack on. And let's see. Turn that off. Come on, it's not listening to me. Okay, there it goes. So, yeah, that's my favorite. Those are my favorites. I can't pick between them, but so far of the ones I've had, the 20 long, the 40 breeder, and the 75 are my favorites. And they're because they have bigger floor space. So, what are your favorites? You're being awfully distracted. Yeah, she's still distracted. She's not even paying attention to me. Can you hear me? Millie Melmo.
Sorry. I was getting news about the cat.
Oh, okay.
Listen, there she goes.
Oh, I see her. Call her.
I already tried that, Mel.
I'll go try and get her. I'm going on a cat adventure.
Follow Mel on her cat adventure.
My cat escaped. I have to go try to get it.
Yeah. Well, duh, of course.
I'm taking you with me.
That's per usual.
We're mobile.
Where you go. Uh-oh. Did we lose you?
See if I can't find this kitty. We'll show Dan a cat.
I think we've lost her again. Or at least something. Okay, we'll give Mel a second. So while we're waiting for Mel to get finished, anybody got anything they want to add or whatever? Yeah, we are on an adventure with Mel. If we can get her camera to work. Oh, she's gone. She'll be back though. Okay. So, for those that did just come in, I don't know if you heard or not, but I'm going to post about a decor drive where everybody sends me things they want me to put in my tank, however they want to send it to me. And as long as it's natural, the theme is a river bedscape for some high flow fish like hill streams and rainbow shiners, white plum minnows, and garrufas. And it's going to be a cold water tank. So, yeah, if you guys want to send anything to put in there, we will do a live after everybody sent something. Do a live, and we'll show what everybody sent, and we'll pick out where to put it. So, okay, let's see. Christopher says, if you could build any rack system with tanks for breeding and retail sell, what tank would you choose? I have to choose just one? Jesse, I see what you're doing there, and I... Okay, so I do have to choose one because I think probably 10 gallons because most of the fish that I breed are nano fish, are smaller fish, so they can be bred in 10 gallons. But I really would like to have a combination of 10s and 20 longs because, again, a 20 long is very multi-purpose. I can use it to grow out bigger fry, and then I could split it in half to put, two different types of fish in it. So my laptop is on fire? Are you talking to me? Oh, Dan got his goo to work. Got his goo to do. Let me try to read what he says. Improved his goo. Dan has significantly improved his goo. So yeah, you should send me some of that to put in my new bong. Zim, that's not funny. Don't say that. No spiders. No spiders. Jesse, that's not smoke. That's vape. It's vapor. See? I don't have any weed, so I can't smoke any weed. I mean, I've got a little flower, but I don't have any dab. I've got like $20 left. I'm thinking about just going and buying some dab, but I really, really probably shouldn't spend that last $20 on dab. Especially considering I'm behind on my rent. It's the first time that I've been behind on my rent in like, I don't know, 8 years or something. So, I mean, they can give me, it's 2 years since I've been here. So, Jesse, he saw the face of a little girl materialize from the back cushion of your couch. If I believed in God, Jesse, I might actually believe you. Believe you. You swear to God. You guys are nuts. Ooh, Dan, you can send reclaim. Ooh, I'm down with that. Yes. Hopefully. I don't know if you should send it with the plants because every time you send something with reclaim, I don't get it. I get your regular goo and I get your other stuff, but I don't get anything that comes with the reclaim except for the one time I got it and then lost it after one dab of it. So I don't know. You may want to like make it very stealth if you put it in with the plants. I'd like to get the plants. What's got to have to do with the evil spirit in the couch? Because you said I swear to God. So like if I believed it, I might believe you're swearing of God and whatever. Oh, I'm sorry you're recovering from. I'm glad you're recovering from pneumonia. I'm sorry you have to recover from it. I'm glad you're doing better, hydroponic. Oops. Yep. See, it does suck. Even Christopher says that. I know it's just a saying, Jesse. I'm just teasing you. Oh shit, Mel's back, and I don't wonder how long she's been back. Shit, how long have you been back? I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I was not as mobile as I thought I was, apparently, according to my phone. I don't know why, but I got the kitty back.
Yay! Kitty.
Cat Wrangler 6000. Kyle was like, I don't know how you did that. I couldn't catch her. And I was like, because I'm a boss.
If you want something right, let a woman do it.
Yep. Amen. Amen.
So
I'm a little sad that I couldn't show off my cat call to Dan.
Oh yeah, whatever.
It worked.
Okay, Jesse, that's not funny. We will not talk about spiders, or I will just totally I will be mad at you.
I'm gonna send you a tarantula in your package.
I will smash that bitch before I. Like in the same, I like spiders. Logically, I like them. I know they're really cool, fascinating creatures.
Django doesn't like spiders either.
Stop it! It's just Finn and Anita. Anyway, I like them. Whenever I first started getting really scared of spiders, like to the point where it was physically impossible not to react to them, I started doing research on them and learning all these things, because if I got something that scares me, I try to face it and I try to learn about it to take all the mystery and the scary out of them. Right. It didn't work. My body says, oh, hell no. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Yeah, so, spiders are definitely not my favorite, but I can agree that they're probably necessary evils.
They are. I'd rather have them than freaking mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Or roaches.
Oh my God, no. Those are worse than spiders.
Well, if there's one thing that you'll learn about the South is they are everywhere in the South. I don't care. The only people that don't have roaches of some kind in their house, it's not about it being dirty. It's literally because they're everywhere. And like, if you don't have roaches in your house, it's because you can afford to spray religiously, constantly, 24/7 for the rest of your life. Otherwise, the minute you stop, my mom did it for years in her house, and then she stopped. And within like a month or two, she had to start spraying again. So, hey, Brandon. Oh my god, here he goes. Your dictator has arrived. Let me tell you something. The only dictator is Lord Finsby, and I freaking change his water so he does what I want.
Speaking of that, I'm glad it seems that my name is showing up, even though I changed my channel.
Where's your name at?
It says Metal, doesn't it? To you? It says it to me.
Oh yeah, it says Mel. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the private chat thing, but I didn't see you in the regular chat. But my thing, you can change your name in it, so I didn't know if it came if you put your name like that.
No, it just did. I don't know.
Ow! 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 Ow!
What'd you do?
It's real sore through here, down here, and
at least the cast off.
Huh?
At least the cast's off, which I'm just now noticing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's been off for like 2 weeks now. I'm
slow.
I've got my 4-week appointment next Friday, I think it is. So they took. Oh crap! Okay, hold on. I gotta plug in my computer.
Maybe Finsby needs to make an appearance.
Oh, he's all the way in my room.
Well, next live.
Yeah, I might be able to go. Well, no, because I've still got materials in my room. There we go. I've still got materials in my room, so I can't really step over. Anita can climb over them, but my fat.
And by that you mean we're not ready?
No, we're not ready. But Lord Finsby's doing well. He still doesn't have any more stepchildren. He's got the 3 that he doesn't know are his stepchildren yet because he hasn't kicked his wives out. So, what do they do? What was it, Henry VIII? Off with her head. She hasn't, no heir. Will you guys stop talking about spiders? You're horrible. You're mean. Stop it.
Creepy crawly spiders.
You're mean. Everybody's got spiders. Spiders are everywhere, and they are a wonderful part of the ecosystem.
Yeah, think about how many you swallow in a year, and when you sleep.
Don't do that. That's a myth. Stop.
Yeah, but you thought about it.
No. I wear a CPAP mask, so ain't nothing going in there but air.
Well, I guess they could still crawl in your ears and lay eggs.
Really?
You're welcome.
You're just a flat out asshole, aren't you?
Hey, it creeps me out just as much, but I have to laugh at it because there's nothing else I could do. I guess I could sleep with duct tape over every orifice.
Yeah, right.
But short of that, I'm out of ideas.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Really can't do anything. I'm trying to check this this picture that Brandon sent me. I don't know if I want to see it. Okay, hold on.
Would you for real be mad at me if I sent you like a tarantula in your packages?
I would never speak to you again.
What if it was a cute one? What if it was like a tiny little jumping spider?
Then it better be in a tiny little fucking thing that can't get out, and then we'll talk about it.
I'll send you how about a fake spider?
How about a don't make me piss myself, please?
You won't know. I'll keep you on your toes. You'll be like, is it fake?
And then I'll never ask. Well, like that, I started to say something like it was a threat. Then I'll never ask you to send me anything again. Mel's like, there's a whole handful of spiders going in that damn package. Brandon, did you get a car? You copycat! I told you you're a copycat. I knew it. He got some baby electric blue cars.
Aww.
Kind of hard to see. Yes, those are electric blue cars. Hold on. Let me show you. Hold on. Where'd it go? There. Can you see? No, because there's a light. Hold on.
Reflection. Yeah, I can see.
So cute.
Oh, yeah.
That is adorable. I remember when mine were literally an inch long. They were so freaking cute. And now Sid is like 5 freaking inches long, at least. Oh, they're his friends. Oh my god, he got 3 battle sharks too. Okay.
Whoop. Buttons.
Huh?
I'm hitting buttons. I'm trying to switch the camera back to my tanks here.
I started to text my mom. Mom, are you watching?
Schmutz.
Sid is about a year old, Shamu. Why did I call him that? Brandon. Anyway, Sid, all four of them are about a year old. I got them over a year ago now by a couple of days, and well, maybe a week max. And they were literally only an inch long, so they were probably only 3 months or something. So they're about 15, 16 months old, probably. Anyway.
I don't know. I like electric blues, but I like the regular ones too. I see more people keeping the electric ones than the regulars for whatever reason.
The regular ones aren't as popular as the electric blues. They're more.
I don't know why.
Well, I mean, the electric blue or the electric blues are tank bred, line bred, or captive bred, and they're a line that was created from blue acaras, and so I guess there's just. I
think the regular ones are just as pretty, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I love they look totally different. I mean, not the body shape, of course, but the markings and stuff on them are like different. They're gorgeous. Dan says he got a new angelfish.
Oh, what? Oh yeah, I saw the little baby one. I'm pretty sure it's a little baby one.
I'm gonna have to get. Yeah, Christopher says regular blue cars are much more peaceful. I heard the opposite. My guys are peaceful. They're just big, freaking curious buttheads. So I don't know. I hadn't heard that.
Are they like good like angelfish, kind of like in community?
Electric blue cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got Gadget and Mary Jane with Yeti and Didhead with the babies. They never mess with them. And I had them in with Sid before that, and he never messed with them either.
That's awesome. I might need to try those.
Yeah, they're but you don't want anything smaller than a 40 breeder for one. I wouldn't put it anything smaller than that. I've heard some people say you could have a 29, but they can get up to 6 inches. Even 8 inches has not been unheard of. So I wouldn't put them anything less than a 40 breeder for one. Actually, honestly, knowing how big mine's gotten, I wouldn't put them in anything smaller than my 55s. And then for the pair that I've got, which is probably not even an actual pair, the two that I've got is in my 75, and I probably wouldn't put them in anything smaller than that as two either. So you could probably get away with it though in a 40 for one.
Just one? So, like, what if you wanted are they better in pairs? I don't know anything about electric blue.
They're good as a group, but they're also fine solo.
Okay, so like angels.
Yeah, I've got Gidget in a 55 by herself with tetras and yada yada. She's in the sanctuary, and then I've got Sid in a 55 next to it with glass cats. Did have Corey's in there, but I sent those to Mom and my bristlenose plecos, and then I have the pair, Gadget and Mary Jane, in with Corey's, Yeti now, Barney the mystery snail, and Dietrich when Dietrich wasn't in the container, the Pandagara. So hey Bob, nice to see you. And Hydroponic says I could have got angels at society auction, but I want electric blue Johannes. They live with my bully koi swordtail. Get along good, luckily. I'm not really sure what an electric blue Johannes is.
Never heard of it.
Me either. So, but yeah, so.
You see your babies, Shirley?
And do I what? Huh? Oh, yes, there's my babies. Come home to mommy next week. Dietrich will be better by then, and he'll be your foster dad.
They're enjoying some carnivore pellets.
I love it. Dietrich does he don't eat in front of me except for on the glass. I can put stuff in there and it's gone the next day, but he doesn't. Hydroponic said that's a Johannes is a Mbuna.
Oh, that would be why we haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's a type of Mbuna. I don't know the differences between them. So, but I forget what I was saying. I totally interrupted myself.
You were talking about your Gara Dietrich. Maybe.
Oh, he doesn't go after food like that. Like I'll leave food and he'll eat it overnight, but he doesn't go after. He
Oh
doesn't go
well,
out.
you were going to love these guys because they swarm,
Yay!
and also your guppy is definitely prego,
Uh-oh.
and it's probably from this little pintail male here.
Which
There he
that's
is.
fine, because maybe I can find some pretty females out of her babies to go
Yep.
with the purple one too, and have that pintail because I really love that tail.
Yeah, he's really cool. I've never seen anything like him.
Me either. So that would be amazing to have
There he is.
those fins like that. He's beautiful.
He's got like bright yellow and bright blue silver.
Which would be perfect because he's got that purple metallic and the
Yep.
yellow metallic and stuff. So maybe it'll bring some yellow out in him. So yeah, I would really love to have some. That's really a 2 for or a 20 for 1 special.
Yeah, well,
50 for 1.
hopefully she doesn't drop fry in shipment. She
Oh,
doesn't.
yeah.
I don't know,
How
but
far?
everybody's ready. So
Okay. I'm excited to get them.
your Corys are swarming too.
I think since the 75 had those die in there and Dietrich almost died, I think I'm going to put them back in the 55 with Sid.
To be
Because
on the safe side.
I've got the Corys out of there now because they're at my mom's. I sent them to my mom. And speaking of, I put them in a separate tank. The Corys I was sending my mom, I put them in a separate tank to fast them for transport. They spawned.
Oh yeah.
And then they ate all the eggs. And then they got to my mom's house and they spawned again. Like she's got all over her glass. She texts me. She's like, "What do I do?"
You
Me.
tell her to just let them clean it up.
I tell her, I said, "You got a choice." I said, "You can either get them out and raise them, or you can let them clean them up, or see survival of the fittest. What happens?" She goes, "Well, I was going to put my angel Sunny in there, but I was like, well, if you don't want the eggs, put her in there because she'll eat them, or he will, whatever it is." And she's like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait." So I think she wants babies. Hi, Yeti, and my little baby.
Only the strong survive. I've had 2 Corys raise themselves in this tank.
I had, dude, in my Tetra tank that was when it was the sanctuary when it was really heavily planted. My Corys, there was all at once 5 freaking baby Corys just came out of there all at once out of the foliage and shit.
Yeah.
And popped out, and I was like, "What the hell? Where did they come from?" Apparently, when I dropped some of the eggs collecting them, they hatched. So all 5 of them at once. So we had 5 babies in the same age all at once.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's no telling honestly how many were born in there because the false Julies have been spawning, and I know they have because they've been laying on the freaking floating plants, which means I can't collect them without collecting all the floating plants. And I don't have anywhere to put the floating plants to let them hatch right now.
Right.
And the freaking Tetras and Gidget, the Akara, have been eating them off the top out of the floating plants. So I'm not sure how many of those will make it. But next time I see them spawning, I'm going to make sure I have a 5 or 10 gallon put up so I can grab the floating plants and put them in a tank and just let them hatch that way.
Every time I move floating plants, I get babies.
Yeah,
Every
right.
time.
Every time
Every single time.
Okay, let's see. Hydroponic is leaving. Bye, Hydroponic.
Bye.
It was nice having you here. J-Rock. Hey, J-Rock, didn't know you were here. He said he had an alien and 5 alien babies popped out. Smart ass. Aw. I will be right back. I have to get a refill. Party can't go on if the drink is empty.
What you drinking?
Vodka. Vodka and juice and a little bit of energy drink. I shall be right back. Mel, keep them entertained.
No pressure, right?
No pressure, none. Here's your chance for a solo act.
Alcohol is evil. I hate alcohol too, Shamu. I never liked it. It has to be super fruity and not at all taste like alcohol, and then maybe. Let's see. Oh no, talking about PetSmart? Nope. My PetSmart is the worst. I found a way to see comments. Proud. Well, I just fed everybody. So
Coming.
you coming? God, I heard Shirley say something.
I said, hold on, I'm coming.
Ah. My pole dance, that's Schmutz's job. Work it, Schmutz. Yeah, wiggle. Or look for more food. Yeah, he's looking for more food. You hate alcohol the day after you liked alcohol, Christopher? Oh, beer is disgusting. Beer is like the worst alcohol. I call beer piss water. Shamu, I will fight you. Schmutz is my pride and joy. And also, he's still looking for more food, even though he's fat.
I am back. The party may go on.
Oh, thank God, Shirley.
Ooh, I don't like beer. I like you said. I call it. I say it smells and tastes like this. Not that I know what it tastes like.
It is straight piss water.
Yeah.
Schmutz will not stop looking for more food.
Because he's a fatty.
He is. His belly is all round and shit. Like, I just fed him like a ton of food. He's still looking. He's like, He's the only one, too. He's the only one still up here looking for food, picking at the floating plants.
If you guys want to see the 75 that I was telling you about, I can show you.
Yes.
It's even better. It's starting to go away. But I have to mute this because when I turn that on, even though... crap. Let me try. I'm going to mute this so that way you guys don't get any feedback. And then if I can't get this figured out, I will come back. Hold on. It says everything is down, so let me... Okay, I shall be right back. I'm going to mute now.
We'll hold our breath. And Schmutz will continue looking for more food.
Can you see?
Yes. That's the 75? Oh, look. Shirley has a fancy tripod. Electric Blue Akara's chronic beggars, too. Shamu. Guinness is like chocolate milk.
Okay, let's see if this works. Any feedback?
Nope. Sounds good.
Whew. All right. That's what we were hoping for. So that is a 75. As you can see, it's all cloudy. That is from us taking some and wiping some of the diatoms off. So Brandon says the fish I keep are supposed to be skittish, but they follow me around like crackheads. And Bob says his Pandagora destroys diatoms. You know, my Pandagora has been working overtime on it, but I've only got the one right now, and he came up sick this morning, or yesterday morning, and I'm not really sure what's going on with him. It's either that I let my nitrates get too high, or that the water, that the oxygen water was too low. Oxygen level in the water was too low because we had taken out a sponge filter that was bubbling the surface. So I have my canister filter on there, and it was causing surface agitation. But we have to, in order to keep it from blowing over the rim of the tank, when we can't keep a damn lid on it, we have to have it angled toward the end, so it doesn't really cause any circulation like it needs to, and doesn't do the water agitation like it needs to. So when we took, it's either the nitrates or we took the sponge filter out that was causing extra surface agitation, extra oxygenation, and the wave maker isn't working. So between those three things, it could either be the lack of oxygen or the high nitrates. That's the only two things I can think of. But I didn't think nitrates could do that, kill 3 angels and almost kill a Pandagara.
Yeah, so, I thought that took like hundreds of ppm.
And granted, it was like the nitrates were like between 80 and 160, on like almost maxed out or whatever. But whenever I water change and test it again, the nitrates were under 80, so it couldn't have been that high.
Right.
So,
and I don't think it would straight kill them like that. Like one day they're fine. Like I thought it was something like toxicity where they start showing issues.
Yeah, but I don't know what else it could be. There was no ammonia, no nitrites. The pH was a little low for the cycle, so I think it was going to start stalling the cycle, but we did a water change and got it above 6 again. So, see, Dan says nitrate didn't kill my fish. What else could it be? There was no I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it did, I guess. I'm just saying that's the only thing I can think of, because I don't know what else it could be other than oxygenation in the water, because baby angelfish were dead, and the only one that had any sort of like physical symptoms was one of them. A little.
I'm sorry, I forgot about it.
I don't want, because it wasn't that big. But I don't want to say bloated, because the stomach wasn't that big. It was like, it looked like he had eaten too much or something, or eaten a lot. So, and that was the only. But the other two were just fine. They were normal. And they were just dead. So I don't know what else it could be. I think, hey, Myers, Dan, you may very well be right. It wasn't nitrate. But, you're probably right. I just don't know what else it could be other than that, or lack of oxygen. The lack of oxygen is what I would assume that it probably was more likely. But, of course, when I saw the nitrates so high, I was like, oh. Besides, Bob says, were the fish breathing fast before they died? I don't know, Bob. I woke up and found them dead. They didn't seem to be the night before, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm not really sure. Now I've got Gidget up in the corner of the tank, up in the surface, but she's not breaking the surface or on the surface and gasping or anything. I don't know. That's in the sanctuary. That's a totally different tank too. The fish were at the surface this morning, and I thought it was because lack of oxygen again, so I put an air stone in it. Everybody else seems fine, but now Gidget's at the top. So I don't know. I'm really meh. I'm so tired. Annie says a Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. When is America? 20th of November. It's the third Thursday in November, Annie. But yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Anita, I don't know what's going on with Gidget. So Gidget's in the corner, and she's up at the top of the tank. I don't know what she's doing. Okay. Anyway, can you look and go see if she's breathing heavy? Okay. Because I can't tell if she's or not. She looks like she might be, but I can't tell. Maybe put another air stone in there. Or we might need to clean the canister because it looks like it's barely going.
Is that the same tank, Shirley?
No, it's a different one. It's the 50. It's the sanctuary tank.
Oh,
I don't know, but she just been a snail.
She's what?
She just ate a snail.
Oh, freaking fish!
that's what she was doing.
Yeah, she was getting a snail off the floating plants.
Scaring you for no reason.
Yeah, it makes me have a heart attack because if it's my EBAs, I'm like, oh my god. It's my... Now, when she found Dietrich, and I did not know that would kill me so bad. She told me Dietrich wasn't moving and she thought he was dead, and I just busted out crying like a little baby.
Now you must
Like-
stop crying like an old woman.
Anyway, so
She didn't buy it for me.
did you guys go to the store?
Just from
Okay.
the 7-Eleven over there.
Alright.
I wouldn't be able to make it there.
Anyway.
I'd die.
So yeah, she was scaring me for no reason. So, but now she's fine. She's not
Yeah.
even up. She was angled up like this with her face toward the surface, but she wasn't like, she was about this far from the actual surface. So she wasn't like, and she didn't seem to be gasping for breath, so I didn't know what she was doing. And then when I asked Anita to look at her, she goes and gets the snail. So
Yeah, that's what I thought, Christopher. I thought nitrates would have to be like ridiculously high, like
but
not testable.
yeah, me too. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying it was the nitrates. I'm just saying between that and
That's the only thing you found, is what you're saying.
yeah, that and the lack of oxygen are the only two things I can think of.
Yeah.
Which with Dietrich, we put Dietrich in the container with an air stone. He perked up a little bit. You can see him
So-
floating in the
Okay.
tank over on the left side. He's floating in that container on the tank in the tank
That
in the
little
75,
that little dot on the very right.
very left of the tank. Well, if you're facing it, it's your left.
Yeah, I see it. That might tell you something then.
Yeah, so
That might
that's
be the oxygen.
so yeah. Which, it could entirely be possible. We had accidentally, and well, on top of finding 3 angels dead, we found a Corey dead too, but the
No, we
Corey, yes, we did. But the Corey wasn't dead from the same thing. He was stuck behind the
Oh.
heater.
Sorry.
And he got caught and got stuck behind, or she had gotten caught and got stuck behind the heater. Or was it a he or she?
It was a he.
Okay. Oh, he got caught behind the heater. So,
I thought that was a different day.
no, that was the same day. We found the 3 angels first, and then when you were in there looking for the Corys to pick out, you found the one in behind the heater. So,
That was sad. But just a little warning. Don't keep your stuff where Corey are going to be stupid enough to try to go behind it.
yes, if your heater is attached to the glass, they will likely try to find their way behind it, like this dumb one did.
I'm enjoying having this Medaka floor pond with no heater.
Yes, it's not a tank; it's a floor pound.
Yes.
See, that's another thing about the 90s. Since it's a cold water tank, I won't be using heater.
It's
So
a
that's
cold
like
water. It's a cold water stand pond.
it's a cold water.
I have heaters in both my other tanks, but each of them is hooked up to an Inkbird, and they both have thermometers in them. And I get notifications if anything goes wrong. Like, I'm pretty paranoid about the heaters, but I know you can put like sponge behind your heaters and stuff like that, but and try to block them from getting behind them and stuff like that. But then I think like I guess if it's in a case, it wouldn't like get the material hot or whatever in there. I don't know. I know fish can burn themselves.
My bar ones never get hot like that, even if it's.
Not that one, but the one that we had in there before. That was a bar. Got really
Okay,
hot. I got
the
rid of it.
majority of our bar ones, the round tube ones,
Right, with no guard.
don't get hot. Yeah, I've got some of this just got the glass on the outside or whatever it is, and
Yeah.
those don't get hot. Like I can reach in and grab them, which we always with the glass on it. We always wait for it to acclimate, cool off before we pull it out of the tank, or let it acclimate to the tank temperature before we turn it on, just to make sure it doesn't crack or anything. But
Right.
the tube heaters, we've never actually had a problem with it burning fish or burning us when we touched it, except for the one that we took out of there eventually.
Yeah, I threw that away.
We threw that one away. So, but I do like the flat ones that have a guard over them, that have the coils, the copper, or the maybe it's ceramic.
It is.
I don't know. Anyway, it's got some quartz. That's what it is. Quartz. Anyway, coils and stuff, and it's really nice, and it's got all kinds of temperature.
Can I show
Why
them?
do I have the hiccups? Temperature. What am I trying to think of? Backup, like instead. What is that word?
I don't-
Um,
redundancy.
redundancy. Yes, thank you. It's got a lot of redundancy to
Thank you, Kyle.
happen. Thank you, Kyle. What?
Favorite heaters? The red ones?
Yeah, well, you can, but the thing is over there. You're gonna have to.
I can temporarily unplug it.
Okay, she's gonna show you our favorite heaters so far.
These heaters we got off of Amazon for what? How much?
We actually got them off of Amazon for less than $40.
Why are they your favorite? Tell us that.
They can go up to around.
97.
They can go up to about 97, but they're about 200 watts or 300 watts. I can't remember, but they've got those. They've got those dials right there to show you the temperature, and they show you how much is the output is and stuff. Whenever it turns on, shows you the temperature it's at, and the output it shows on. When you push the button, it tells you the temperature you're trying to turn it to, and then look in the back, Anita, and then it's just this flat thing that goes against the back, and it's really easy to control. And so far,
Is it like the Higer?
no, it's not a Higer, but it's a generic something or other. But so far, I've got 2 of them, and both of them have been super accurate. They have not failed on me at all, and it's been 6-8 months. I don't know.
The best part about them is without the case, they do not get.
Oh, and if the case falls off, which has happened a few times because we didn't put it all the way back when we were cleaning it, it comes with the case off, so you can rinse it off. So if any debris, detritus, whatever gets on them, you can rinse it off so it doesn't cause any hazards or any misfires or whatever. But we didn't put it back on. The thing came off, and we had fish go behind it and almost get stuck in those open parts, and they never got burnt.
I can even touch it right now.
So yeah, and we can touch it, and it doesn't. It's not hot to the touch. So,
I have a co-op heater still. Even though they stopped making them, I still have one, and it's been running. It's not accurate. It's off by like 5 degrees, but I have it plugged into the Inkbird, so that's helpful. But then I also have the Fluval one, which is more accurate. I don't know, one of the new Fluval one that's fancy with like the low flow sensor.
Yeah.
That's an expensive one. That one's been doing me right. But
the whole point of my thing is the whole budget thing. So you know,
right. I know. I'd rather have one like yours where it's like, accurate. Because even my Fluval super expensive one, it can be off by like a couple degrees here and there sometimes.
It might be off like a degree back or forth, but it's never off more than that.
Yeah, my co-op one is off by like 5 degrees now, and I've had it for like a year.
What'd you say, Anita?
I said, but my top 2 favorites of mine are the Eeeeeewwww and the Marineland.
Okay, she's got two heaters that she really likes we actually got them secondhand. One is a Marineland and one is an Eeeeeewwww.
That's a no-no, I hear.
Do what?
I said that's a big no-no, I hear, getting them secondhand. Okay.
Yes, it might be no, but when you've got as many tanks as I do and you've got as little money as I do, you kind of got to go. So we watch them for a while when we first turn them on and first use them to make sure they're good.
What is that off-brand one you were just showing us? And how much?
Hold on, let me look. Where's my heater?
That's interesting. I do not like spending a buttload on heaters, but I've always felt like I had to because it's scary.
Well, I might very well have gotten it on sale, so it might be more expensive now. So 1 second, let me look at my orders because I got it off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything I get is off of Amazon if I can help it.
I swear, heater shopping was the scariest thing I ever did with aquariums. I was like, oh God.
I took it a lot more lightly until I lost like freaking 40,000 fry and stuff from it because I first lost over 100 fry from a heater failing in my tank going cold, and then I bought. I lost 7 tanks, almost 7 tanks worth of fish because of one certain heater that I bought 7 of them of, and I threw such a fit they took it off the market.
Wow.
Yeah, I told them it was a murder, and I would tell everyone that I got not to get that damn heater because they all started failing one after another. First, it killed 100 something of my fry because the heater up to like 100 something degrees.
106.
It was 106 degrees and killed. We rescued eight fry out of there, and then they slowly one by one started failing. And they were like, they started to say they wouldn't honor my warranty on some of them because I had done it too many times. I was like, so I bought more than you will return because you're fuck up. I don't
Yeah.
think so. They ended up giving me a refund for every one of them and took it. It was this one.
That heater has traumatized me.
Like,
Wait, does that say AQQA?
yes, it does.
Okay, I thought so. They're all over Amazon.
Yeah.
You said they took it off.
They took it off the heat. They took that specific one off the market.
Wow. Oh, they're still making other ones then, I guess.
This is aquarium heater, 300 watts, ceramic heating rod, submersible fish tank heater with dry run, overheating protection, and memory function, digital LED display, and it's for freshwater and saltwater. The brand is by Kaeler, Bykaeler, but it is currently unavailable because it's not in stock. But
Which sucks.
it has a frequency conversion PTC ceramic aquarium heater, heating rod, dry run overheating protection, external temperature controls, energy saving thermostat indicator, high water temperature indicator, function fault indicator. It's anyway, it's unavailable, so it won't tell me how much it was, but I can look and tell you how much I paid for it. One second.
Can I tell them about one of the incidents that we
I
had
paid
with this heater?
$21.95 for this heater.
What? And it's a 200 watt?
Yeah, but the original price was $39.99. I had a coupon for it.
Oh. Well, still, I mean, even 30 whatever. I mean, that's still.
Yeah, for 300 watts.
Yeah, that's. Can't argue with that.
No. And oh wait, hold on. Let's see if this is a different one. No, it's not the different one.
And the
I'm trying
best
to
part
see.
is we've actually had one of those heaters that we forgot the suction cup to it fall out of the tank overnight. Do you remember that? While it was plugged in? Like around when we first got it and we woke up.
Oh, and it turned off because the dry run protection turned it off. It fell out of the suction cup failed, and there was something on the cord that was pulling on it, and it popped out of the freaking tank and fell on the floor. And the dry run protection turned it off. This is another one I found. It's a Hygger aquarium heater, 600 watt or 800 watt submersible.
That's what we have.
It's in the 75 gallon. It's another good one. I paid $25.99 for a 600 watt
What?
and $9.99 for an 800 watt.
The 800 watt is what we currently have in the
I'm telling you, freaking Brandon says don't buy cheap shit off of Amazon. That has been my saving grace. It also has been my downfall in a few cases, but a person wants a square style heater.
I can't put it in front of
Recently and really like them. Displays the current temperature and set temperature. It's a bar style heater and super accurate. Yep. Okay. But yeah, so Brandon says don't buy cheap stuff off of Amazon, but let me tell you something. Cheap stuff off of Amazon has, like I said, has been my saving grace. It's been the only way that I can afford this hobby. And yes, you have to look and you have to be careful. You have to do your research. You know, it's just, you take a risk. Yes, you do. But just because you have a brand name doesn't mean it's going to work the way you need to for what you pay for it. You really have to kind of do your own product testing, I guess.
I totally agree with that. I've had brand name things fucking shit out on me, like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, this one is a Hygger. Yeah, this one's a Hygger.
I like Hygger. I really do. I think Hygger is one of the better budget brands. Like,
$25.99 for 600 watt and $29.99 for 800 watt. It's 13% off right now. The original price for the 600 watt is $29.99. And see, Dan even says he lives on cheap stuff from Amazon.
Just make sure you don't get something like this.
Yeah, don't get the But I threw a huge fit. Like I put reviews. I threw a drop down, drag out hissy fit. Like
Barney.
Yeah.
He fell all the way.
Oh my goodness, Barney, the mystery snail you gave me, he's like big around now, Mel.
Yeah, they grow fast.
He's huge, and he likes to go to the top and just float down. It's
Remember
hilarious.
when I got this ivory mystery?
Yeah,
it's giant now.
Yeah, it's got.
It's
Barney's even bigger.
I know that one is not as big as my blue, which is down here. My blue is like the size of my palm.
He's pretty. Barney is gorgeous. I'm like so glad you gave me Barney. I didn't even.
Gorgeous.
I've never even gorgeous. I've never even really. I mean, I've never hated mystery snails, but I've never really been that fond of them.
I have.
And yeah. Oh, hold on. I gotta show you. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you.
Who?
I'm
Without.
glad I brought you over to the mystery side.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna show you the murder beans. Hold on.
Murder beans.
Murder beans. Okay.
Murder beans.
Hold on. Come on. Come in.
Look at those murder
Okay,
beans.
hold on. It's showing my face. We don't want to show my face.
Also, don't want to show you.
Oh wait, actually, it's not showing my face. No. Okay, hold on. Where did the murder beans go? There's one. You see it
Murder beans.
behind the heater?
Behind the heater?
Well, yeah, he's behind the heater.
That's our, what's it called? The, not behind the other one that I like, the marine land.
He's up there at the top by the surface.
Oh, I see.
That marine land here, we got free in the box. Brand new. Huh.
Yeah, we got that brand new. We got it secondhand though, right? Secondhand.
It was
brand
never
new.
used, though. That's the awesome part.
Yeah,
I
right.
wouldn't call that second hand if it was never taken out the box.
Because somebody gave it to me, they never used it, but it was secondhand, as in they bought it and gave it to me. I got it for free.
Yeah, that's the best second hand.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I thought you said, how is it secondhand? My
Well,
apologies.
I said I wouldn't consider it second hand if it was never taken out of the box.
Yeah, very true. It was new with, yeah. Anyway, Christopher's got to go. He's scared of his wife and his movie time. Nice
Bye,
to see you,
Christopher.
Christopher. Have a good day. We love you. You're awesome.
And don't get killed.
And don't get murdered. Your better half has got every reason to do it. So,
Yeah.
Beanie saw the bean.
Happy wife, happy life.
right? Okay, hold on. I have to see something real quick. I just got a weird email.
My tank lights are going off. This is late.
It's, well, yeah, I guess it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we started late. So I'm about to have no more fish to show you guys.
Aw. What's your pretty face, Mel the Magnificent?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Marvelous Mel.
I'm excited to start making content for my new channel.
Yes, that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. It's got to be schmutz all the way. Schmutz.
He's on my banner and my profile picture for it.
The funny thing is, Sid is on my as my profile picture banner thing, but I never hardly show him.
Is he? I never looked. I'm like I said, I'm slow on the uptake.
If you look at my banner from, it's Sid.
I never looked.
Well, you gotta look. Pay attention, damn it. Oh, here's another tip.
Oh, yeah. Tetraflakes, they rock, man. We feed handfuls of that.
The big fucking.
Oh,
it's
wow.
3.2552 pounds, and I got it for like $35.
Wow.
And I know they say don't buy in bulk because you'll never use it, but if you've got multiple tanks, for one,
Right.
two, you can always freeze it, like vacuum seal it and freeze it.
Show them how much we got
This
left.
is how much we've got left. Oops, I just pushed my-
How long have you had it?
This is how much we have left.
How long have you had that?
About two months.
No?
Yeah, more than at least 2 months.
Yeah, probably.
I can actually look because I ordered it off Amazon. Hold on, I'll show you exactly how the fuck
Should
long
we
we've
feed the
had
murder
it.
beans?
No, because I can. Hold on, do we have any? We have a little.
Guys, let's feed the murder beans!
Well, they haven't been eaten. I've been trying to feed them brine shrimp, but they haven't been eaten, and I think they're upset because it's like I said. There's 2 fake plants in there and nothing else for them to hide behind. So
Also, one bad thing about this marine land is it's very inaccurate temperature.
yeah, you have to like the temperature. It's one of those dial ones, so that never really works right anyway. So let me see.
I thought Dan just said I buy bulk fish food oil the time.
No, all the time. Sure. Okay, I bought this August 1st. And so it has been 2 months.
Yeah.
And I paid $29.99 for it. Oh no, that's not the right one. Hold on. Oh wow, now it says $59.74. That is not what I paid for it. I paid like $35 for it. It must have been on sale.
It was.
2.2 pounds is 48.52 now. Damn, I guess I'm out of luck for next time. Damn it! That does not make me happy.
All the way over.
Annie, we've used bug bites for other fish and stuff, but yeah, I think Dan's gonna have you best for that one.
I like bug bite, but my fish don't seem to like it any better than. My fish don't like it any better than cheap stuff, so I do the best I can. That's like, I don't have money for steak, so I feed my kid bologna.
I don't like bologna. I eat chimichangas at our store bought.
Fine, hot dogs. You can have hot dogs.
No, I'm kidding.
You better eat those damn hot dogs I bought you. I bought you like a freaking 20 pack of them bitches. You better eat them.
I don't know. I still remember one.
Yeah, somebody with 3 tanks like me, I mean, I've bought like way more food than I can probably use, but they're all like small little, like they're just all different and they're small.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely would never buy in bulk, like big tubs. Like I would never use it all.
Yeah, but that's why I said you can freeze it. Put it in bags, let the air out, and freeze it.
Right. That's what I do with the zucchini and the rapashi, which I haven't made in forever.
Ooh, shit. I need to make some rapashi. Go make some rapashi.
Yeah, Anita, make some rapashi.
Yeah, please. You know, it's like boiling water and fixing it.
I know, I got
And then it'll be done for feeding time.
Hey.
I'll make more rapashi than I have to and then freeze it. That's how I always do it.
Well,
But,
we can make as much. We've made like half the bottle at one go and fed it in 2 nights.
Can I
wow.
Yes, you can eat. I'm not going to tell you can't eat. Starving, wasting away like me. I'm like wasting away. I'm going to blow away in the wind. Oh my god!
Oh, we're in the water.
My camera just went in the water.
I saw.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, we can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, well, hold on. I'm going to put you on my phone.
It's all right.
Give me a minute.
Oh my god, I've been waiting for that to happen with Dan. When he, like, in the pond, like, I've just been waiting for him to put us in the pond.
Well, I was a dumbass that set it on the corner of my tank, but I didn't have anywhere else to sit. So I
was precariously putting my phone over the tanks, but I was holding on to it the whole time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to mute this and get out of here as soon as I know I'm connected again. And then I will be here in just a momento.
You're good. That was actually entertaining.
Yeah, I'm glad
Zini
you
said, moist.
like it very much.
We're all moist now, Zini.
Yeah, I really fucking hope I've got insurance on this. Just a minute.
Wasn't that your new camera? I'm pretty sure that was the new camera.
Yes, that was my brand new $100-something camera,
which is now
not working, and the memory card in it probably isn't either. Can you take the memory card?
How do I
try drying it out and let it, like, put it in a bag of rice and
put it in a bag of rice,
like, immediately.
And the battery out and the
Yep.
We do
damage control.
I just bought like a huge thing of rice. There's a fucking thing of rice in there somewhere.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna transfer this. Hold on 1 second, guys.
I hope everyone was wearing their floaties. Oh, Dan says turn it off immediately if you can still hear me clearly.
Okay, we turned it off.
Good.
Okay, hold on.
Rice does do things, Dan. You're wrong. You're so wrong. I've totally dropped electronics in water before, like phones and stuff. You put it in rice and the rice absorbs in a bag. You have to close the bag and make sure there's no air in there. It's just rice and no air, and the rice absorbs all the water.
Yeah, rice has helped many cell phones of mine. So, yes, Annie, I threw you all in water. Okay, put it in rice and put it on top of the fridge, as Dan said, where the air is warm. I don't know why. Are you fucking kidding me? There was a hole in the bottom of my box of rice and all the rice went out.
Well, guess I can't.
Put it on top of the freaking thing like he said, so that way we can...
Maybe try, like, you could do, to get it dry, like, open it up, and if you have, like, a hair dryer, but, like, make sure it's on cold, like, cold blowing air.
Yeah.
And then you could dry it out that way if you don't have rice. But rice is the best, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When we worked in the hair dryer, the cold is messed up on that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, not only that, every time we plug it in, the breaker blows.
That's the one that's
So-
messed up. I'm talking about the one that I have. The cold.
Okay. Can you? Never mind. Just go put it
Maybe-
somewhere where it can. Turn the fan on and put it in front of the fan.
Yeah, or maybe one of your neighbors has a cup of rice instead of a cup of sugar.
Well, I've been borrowing a lot of things from him lately, like Tylenol and milk, and I think he's getting tired of me going, "This is not a grocery store."
Dad.
This is an emergency, though.
Yeah, he don't give a flying fuck. And let me. Well, I'll just when we get off the live, I'll make sure I've got. I think I got insurance on it,
That's good.
and hopefully the insurance doesn't.
It might work again. You don't know. It might just not be working because it's wet currently. You know what I mean?
Like totally in like. And the funny thing is, the Merbean didn't even leave where it was at, and it was literally like 6
All
inches
that
away
for
from it.
nothing.
Yeah,
All
look,
that for nothing.
let me see if I can show you.
I've been so waiting though for Dan to do that when we're by the pond.
See, he's on top of the filter,
Yep.
and the camera fell in right here, as you can see by the water. Merbean,
I'm sorry.
it is not your fault, sort of.
I mean, it kind of is your fault. You're the one who left it. Right.
Yeah, but you're also the one that knocked it into the damn aquarium. So start blaming me. I'll blame you back, heifer.
Oh, family love.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna set my camera right here.
Anyway, I don't know why there's a comment going. Anyway, Zeem says roar. What?
Guys, look.
Do not stop that. I don't care if it's water resistant. Do not make it resist water. Oh. Yeah, Dan, we're
People
putting it in front of a fan.
Dan says people mistakenly think Dan is wrong. Dan, I will forever call you wrong if you say rice doesn't help.
Yes, me too. You are wrong. You are wrong. Dan, the wrong man.
Let's spend the next hour talking about how wrong Dan is.
Dan is so wrong. He says the sky is green.
He says the sky is green.
That only happens in tornadoes, and I don't live in Tornado Alley anymore, so he's wrong.
Oh, man.
Dan says he won't lose any sleep. That's okay. We know.
I'll just text him randomly throughout the night at all hours, just saying wrong.
Oh my God, I have to tell you what we did. Okay, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I know my neighbors don't watch my lives. So last night around 10 o'clock, okay, we did a grocery delivery order. Okay, and when the order got here, we had 3 huge huge bags of frozen broccoli. What the hell are we gonna do? Do I look like I eat frozen broccoli? Come on.
Broccoli is delicious.
I like it too. I'm just teasing. But I thought, what are we gonna do? We don't have anywhere to put it. There's no room in the fridge because we bought a lot of groceries. When you go a week without food, you buy a lot of groceries when you get more money. So we tried to put them in the fridge and the freezer, and we didn't have any room for them. So Anita was like, "What do we do with them?" I was like, "I don't know. Go see if the neighbor wants them." She goes and puts them on the doorstep of the neighbors, because you have to remember that our doors are like right here, and about 8 to 10 feet across is our neighbor's door. Like we live under the same, same little rooftop thing. And so she brings them in front of the neighbor's door, rings the doorbell, and comes running inside and closes the door quietly. Well, they walk out, look at it, and they're all like looking around, look down, they're like, what the fuck?
Hey, at least it wasn't a bag of dog shit.
Yeah, right. So they grabbed the broccoli and take it in. It's not done yet. And then we found a container of unopened powder protein powder. So she goes and puts it on the doorstep. They don't answer the door right away. So she goes and knocks on the door to ask for something. And she goes, "Wow, this was on your doorstep. I wonder what it's about. I wonder what, I don't know what the point was, but it was on your doorstep." So they put it back down on the ground and just closed the door. But it was gone when we opened our door the next morning. So
Wow.
we were were gonna keep going, but we couldn't find anything else that we wanted, that we could get rid of, that we could handle get rid of, that we didn't need to eat for the
I was
next
gonna
month.
do a can of beans, but my mom didn't let me.
No, because they're good beans. But
Do you like
was
those
so funny.
neighbors? Like,
Huh?
do you have a good relationship with those neighbors, or were you just trying to like
Yeah.
mess with them?
No.
Okay,
No, I fuck with them all the time.
okay,
But yeah, they don't know it was us though. They don't have any clue.
that's funny.
And so you should have seen the look of confusion on their face.
Were you like peeking out the window to watch their faces?
One, I have a doorbell camera and it points to their thing right across from mine and points straight to there. So I watched that. Anita watched through the doorbell hole in our fucking door.
Oh my god!
The first thing she did though was look at the freaking
The
people,
first-
so I had to duck.
The first thing she did is like look at our door, like, and then
Wow.
You can have it on recording. We might have to post it.
Zeem says UT question or exclamation mark. Dan says UT exclamation mark. I don't know what that means. And Dan says I know how to dry my stuff properly. Well, we do too, and it includes rice.
There are lots of ways to do things, Dan. Your
Yeah,
way isn't
totally
necessarily
not
the right way.
way.
Yeah.
We've only got 7 people in here. Everybody's like, "Damn, I am done with this."
Yeah.
What's UT mean?
Urinary tract. All you need is an eye behind it.
And he says urinary tract.
All
I
you
thought
need
that was
is
UT.
a tract infection.
UT. It says UT. Urinary
Oh,
tract.
okay.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what the whole point is.
Can't help you.
It was a typo, Dan says. Oh, he says the fridge blows warm air when UT runs. It's supposed to say it runs.
Oh.
See, Dan's right about everything. Can't you tell?
Yep. Mr. Right.
He's so right. He doesn't have typos. That's just correction.
He's so right that he's wrong.
He's so right that he's wrong backwards.
He's so right. He's so right that he changed the dictionary. That didn't work out how it was in my mind. Never
No,
mind.
try that again, or don't try it at all.
I feel like we're all getting woofier as it gets later.
Right? We've been on here for over 2 hours, so that should
I
say
know.
something right
And I
now.
still have 14% on my phone.
To what?
I still have 14% on my phone. Are you proud?
Oh yeah, I've got 80. Your phone sucks.
Yeah. Well, I don't let it charge all the way up because it does this like, oh, don't let your phone, or it has like this stop point where it'll like be like, it's charged enough, stop charging it, protect your battery, that type of thing. So I don't know.
Dan says, I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Wouldn't that make you wrong that time?
Yeah, so he was wrong that he was wrong.
He was wrong that he was wrong, so apparently he was still wrong.
Yep. So
Damn,
it sounds like to me.
You wrong. Brandon says the ball sharks will probably be his in a few years. Probably. You're as bad as me with taking everybody's strays. Dude, okay, I've gotten... Okay. Hold on, let me count. One, like, okay, all my tetras except for maybe 5 I got from somebody rehoming them. My queen loaches I bought, my Corys was rehomed too, some of them were. I don't have coolie loaches in there anymore. Sid and his were I bought. The glass cats were rehomed. Bristol's plecos, 2 were rehomed, 2 I got for free. Let's see. Titan, the Garufo was a buy, but he was a rehome. Somebody surrendered him to the pet store, so we bought him so you'd have a home. Let's see, and then same with Papa Schmear. He was a rehome because we bought him so he wouldn't sit in the store because he was its owner surrender. So I consider that a rehome. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And let's see that part of my white clouds were rehomes. Part of my rice fish were rehomes. That's it. But that's a good chunk of my fish that were all rehomes. So I
You're
got
like
a large chunk of my fish free.
you're like a rescue slash breeding facility.
Yeah. I rescue some and breed others.
Yeah.
My fish rescue.
Shirley's dynamite fish rescue. She says. Roar.
Yeah. This guy's coming to you, Shirley.
Oh, I wish I could see better. Hold on, let me look. Who is that guy? Hold on, I can't see. Why won't let me look?
That's one of my bigger Wonder Killy fry.
Oh, okay, hold on. I'm looking. I'm zooming.
That's
Oh,
the bigger
dude.
one.
Oh, that
Are you
is
sure it's not a
gorgeous.
female?
Huh?
Are you sure that's not a female?
That looks like a female.
It's kind of darkening. He's got some red and some point. His back tail fin is a total point, and he's got some red in his fins. This one also the same. He's got some red in the fins too, but they're still
Okay.
too small.
Are you okay? So you're just sending me the one.
No, I might send you both of them because I got another one in the floor pond. And like I
Okay.
said, every time but I can't guarantee that, I know my bet is that they're both male. I mean, I'm seeing red on the bottoms of both their fins. They both have pointed fins, like tail fins.
Yeah.
So I would bet that they're both male. I don't know about the one that just showed up in the floor pond.
Well, my pet store has some, and they said there should be some females in there too. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, they usually buy the males because they're prettier, but they bought a mix, so there should be some females in there. So I could probably get him if he doesn't come here and like develop a fucking crooked spine from my presence or some shit.
Well, as you can see, look at his back.
Yeah, see, so was fucking Papaya though.
Yep, when I sent Papaya, he was perfectly straight.
But I'm telling you, I know they can grow. Like I know they can develop curved spines as they grow. It doesn't always start right away. You know?
Yeah. Well, this guy's bigger than when I sent Papaya.
He should be good. If he gets in my waters and gets a crooked spine, I'm gonna be done with Gold Wonders. I'm gonna be like, them bitches just don't like my water. They break their backs.
Your water is so toxic to them that they just become Quasimodo.
Right? Reverse Quasimodo. Like Moto Quasi. That's what they become. Moto Quasi.
Look at this fat little belly on one of your pandas.
It's so cute. I'm tickle the belly. Tickle the belly.
It's so fat.
What'd you say, Anita?
I said his no longer future children stepped on a spine and broke their father's spine.
Oh, his future children stepped on the crack and broke his father's back. So what are you doing, Brandon? What's expensive? Denison Barb's one of his Pandagars, one of his Siamese algae eaters, and his gold gourami were from local Facebook fish and rehelming groups. Got his striped Raphael catfish from a friend. I'm missing something. Oh, wow, no, I've got. Oh, don't die, please. I don't have the money to pay for a funeral. Okay, anyway, I don't know. There's a lot of comments going on. I missed some.
And I'm going back, and now that I can see him.
Yeah, right? And he is whining around here because she hurt herself. Walk it off!
My left knee was already hurting.
Well, walk it off!
My left knee's already hurting so bad that I can barely walk out without collapsing. I just slammed my shin into a metal pole.
I would assume, Amy, that a red-tailed shark would probably eat the minnows.
Oh yeah. Minnows are actually commonly used as feeder fish for red-tailed sharks.
For red-tailed? I don't think so.
I used to see YouTube channels who I don't watch anymore because
I don't know.
Feeder fish are cruel.
Feeder fish are cruel. I don't know. Somebody brought up to the point that the vinegar eels and small things that we've got have been shown scientifically proven to feel pain or something like that. But I was like, yeah, but the problem that I have with feeder fish is not the whole feeling pain thing, it's the whole feeling fear. Why would you put an animal in complete terror for its life for the rest of its life? For the last like 5 minutes of its life, why would you do that? I don't know.
Well,
Huh?
I mean, like I think my only problem with feeder fish is the whole the way that they're raised and kept. Like,
Yeah, they're cruelly treated from the time they're fucking spawned until
Right.
they're eaten.
right. I
And
mean,
so
I
now
don't have a problem with feeding them to other fish. I just think like because of the way that they're kept and stuff like that, like it's better to breed your own feeder fish.
yeah, it's like, well, I agree with that, but at the same time, like I don't think I could personally feed feeder fish because even if I raise them myself, because again, the whole idea that fish feel terror, they feel fear. So can you imagine? They have the brain center, the brain chemistry, the brain electric impulses and shit that cause them to feel fear. So it's like when you put a fish in there and they're like, "Oh shit, this thing's gonna eat me." It spends the rest of its life in terror until it gets eaten. That, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it make them taste good or something.
There is one time that
I can taste your terror.
Right. And Brandon makes another good point. Feeder fish introduce the risk of giving your predatory fish parasites.
Yep, that's what I was
Like you
saying.
said,
It's better to breed your own, feeder fish or feed them your guppy fry you don't want. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like are clean.
Speaking of that, there is actually one time, and one time only, in my opinion, that I agree with actually using feeder fish. For I can't remember what it is, but it's this ambush predator fish. So, for one, fish doesn't know what's coming. It's just got plopped into a big old tank. Okay, yeah, you just gotta crouch in a room. Oh, wait a minute, I'm dead now.
Wait a minute, I'm dead now.
She's like, stop laughing.
It's not supposed to be funny.
Now you're making me laugh.
I'm not even stoned enough for this. I need to go get my weed.
Oh God.
Oh damn, I'm dead. I don't know why that's so funny. Do not knock over my bong. You will be divorced as my child.
You
Oh,
remember
good.
Shirley, you remember what I told you my mom used to tell me? You remember that?
Kind of. Refresh my memory.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can say it.
Oh, okay, well, text it to me.
I will. It's pretty
Okay.
horrible.
I need my weed too, babe. I'm just like my bong's not gonna do anything with it empty.
You sure about that?
Yeah. Dan says mostly fish thing, just duh. I'm sure they don't really think, oh, I'm scared. They're just scared. Okay. Oh, I'm dead.
You want your tripod?
That's exactly what they think.
Exactly. Oh shit, I'm dead. I don't know. It's just that I like logically know that it's not that big of a deal and they're not, and it should be fine. But it's more like the idea that I have been in terror so many times in my life to think my life would end in terror. That just like, I don't know, punches me in the throat. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think I could do that to another creature.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's like that whole like you watch these documentaries and like they got the cheetahs like feeding baby gazelles to their children and stuff. Like that's brutal. Like
Yeah.
Shamu, I disagree. We do not condone use of cannabis for anyone under the age of 21. Now give me a hit. No, I'm kidding.
oh, back into the tank. Nope, onto the floor.
No, it was on the floor. I'm seriously trying to just freaking put this in so I can hit my fucking bomb.
You sure you don't want your tripod?
Yes,
I can shrink it and put it on your tank.
Get it over here. Put my tripod. This is what I bought a $13 tripod for.
I was just gonna shrink it and put it on your.
Well, I don't give a fine. Whatever. You just bring me the damn thing so I don't have to hold it.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No, I'm bringing my torch too.
Fine.
I don't do anything. I make Anita do it. Child labor at its finest.
Yes.
Why, Cecil? Leave the vodka alone. It's so fun.
Mostly fish think, duh. I think that's like a guppy thing.
Yeah, guppies are like.
I don't think anything goes on in guppy heads.
Oh no, they're like, let's have sex.
Yep. Well, okay. That's the only thing that goes on in their head.
Yeah.
Literally, no, like my one male, that little pintail thing, he's trying to breed with anything that moves in that tank. It doesn't matter what it is.
Lord Finsby keeps trying to breed with the 2 pregnant females.
Well,
Like
that's
he's
not
all like
shocking.
throwing his butt at him and smacking him around. I'm like, dude, it's not gonna go anywhere. They're already
Romantic.
pregnant. They do not feel like having a piece of you. They just don't feel like it.
Guppies are the most romantic fish out there.
Yeah, right. Okay. Oh no, cancel. Okay, we're gonna go here and down here.
I need to get me a tripod.
It was like $13.
Where did
it's
you go?
fun.
Amazon?
Yes, dude.
Cambo
I'm telling you,
foot.
Amazon is evil, but it's effective.
It is evil and effective. I agree.
The best part about okay, but first I want to show them. Best part about this part is there's a lever that allows you to dismount it and just quickly slip it back on because there's a little mounting
Quickly, it takes you
bracket.
10 minutes, but it's quickly.
Hey, that was just my fault because I was being
Is
very.
there a lever that allows you to quickly drop it into a tank?
Yeah, all I gotta do is click this and go. I mean, as many tanks as I've got around here, if it falls, it's going in a tank.
Oh my god.
So, Dan and everybody that smokes weed, take a hit with me. I'm gonna hit
Take a hit.
I'll smoke my cigarette.
No, don't take that hit. Don't take that hit.
For all you know, there's weed in it.
No, you got that from a cigarette pack. I'm about 98.6% certain that does not have weed in it.
You're correct. There's weed in my house, though.
Oh my god! You know what weed is in the house? Absolutely nothing. You gotta
I
smoke.
can't remember the last time I did it.
Come on, don't do this to me, please. Oh. I was about. Did you see the relief on my face when the door split? Don't talk to me like that. It's rude. We talked about the disrespect. She told me she loved me. We talked about this.
Oh my goodness.
About my tripod is I can sit my bong beside, like underneath the little legs, and it's perfect.
You ever put ice in your bong?
I do it sometimes. The neck for this is too small,
Oh,
so like you can put ice in it, but you have to get the small pieces.
crushed ice.
Yeah, or something like that, and it doesn't really do much good. So, but I did find out that if I smoke out of a regular pipe now, Brandon, you watch your fucking mouth. Anyway,
You're gonna get on mom on Brandon now.
well, he said watch my fucking mouth, so I said you watch your fucking. Ooh, I
Throw
had
that cigarette away. But then what will I smoke, Shamu?
well,
We already established I can't do weed.
well, I mean, I smoke crack. No, I'm just kidding. I always say I gotta go get my crack.
Yes,
But I don't
I'm
smoke
sure
crack.
crack would be better than this cigarette.
Probably wouldn't kill you as fast.
Type 1 in chat if you like the smell of weed.
You're not allowed. Don't be tight. You're just one.
I like the smell of weed.
It does smell. It's a good smell.
I like the smell of weed too. I'm all like, I'll be outside, I'll smell something, and be like, oh, who's smoking weed? Who's smoking weed? I want some of that. Let's
All
go
my
up
neighbors
there.
smoke all the time, and Kyle smokes, so I get to smell it all day long.
One of my favorite things about Washington is weed is legal.
Yeah,
Biggest
for fucking finally.
I can go down there's like a fucking weed store like every couple of blocks. It's almost as bad as Starbucks. I say almost because Starbucks is evil too. But there's a weed store almost like every couple of blocks.
Speaking of weed, I've actually got a novelty weed air freshener in my room somewhere. It's a
smells
spray
like weed.
thing that you spray and it smells exactly like what skunk weed smells like.
Like you would know.
Well, you smell it. Of course I know.
I don't smoke skunk weed. Not anymore. I did when I was in Arkansas because I didn't really have much choice.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't. So Dan says Starbucks is evil, but so good. I don't
Yeah.
think so. Starbucks to me, like, well, okay. I have to say I was really spoiled because there was another place that was called. Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but it was a really cool like mini chain store. It wasn't like seriously a chain store, but it was like throughout like small areas around where I live. And it was I can't remember what it was called, but it was a drive-through. Like it was just this kiosk, and you just drove through. You couldn't go in or anything, and it had the best coffee. Starbucks always. I couldn't drink Starbucks after that because it tasted burnt compared to this store. I
I love
mean,
Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I've never had Dunkin' Donuts. Well,
Oh
besides
my
the crap
god.
they the crap they put in the bottles, it's not.
My top two favorite coffees are the bottled Starbucks mochas. Delicious. Absolutely love them. I would kill for one.
No, you
They're
wouldn't.
like $8 a bottle.
I know, right? But they're so good. But my absolute favorite at the AMPM, they have these dirty horchatas that they sell that are like frozen. They're just so good.
Sounds like you saying dirty horse.
Horchata, mom.
Oh my god.
Dirty horchata.
I had an ex who was some sort of Spanish, and oh my god, he would make the best horchata ever. That's like the main thing I miss probably about that guy.
Dan or Brandon says Dutch Bros. No, I want to say Jimmy John's, but that's a sandwich place. It's not Jimmy John's. Hold on. I think I have a rewards card in my wallet.
Did you just say Jimmy Jones?
Jimmy
I have-
John's.
Jimmy John's is good. I have a $10 Starbucks gift card, which will get me like one coffee.
It's not a coffee shop though. Let me see. I have to have maybe I bet I cleaned it out of my wallet.
Shirley, don't murder me. My phone's gonna die finally.
Oh, I hate you.
I
so
made it 2.5 hours.
Yeah, you
She
did.
doesn't
Well, we
point.
probably won't go on too much longer anyway. But hold on. I had it. Hold on. Damn it, it's gone.
What? Were you?
I had the fucking coffee place's name in my head. No, it's gone.
Don't get excited until you've said
Give
it.
me a hole in the wall coffee place any day over Starbucks. Give me a hole in the wall all day.
It wasn't like completely a hole in the wall though. There was like chains of them around the Jonesboro where I lived in Arkansas and the surrounding areas. So it was like a mini chain, but it was fantastic. And there would be literally a line around the building and out down like 2 blocks down the road for these stupid people. That's how good they were. Every fucking morning in this one area it was like that. Now the other areas weren't quite so bad, but they were pretty bad still. But that one would be literally 2 blocks down the street, around through the parking lot and 2 blocks down the street. Like I never went there because it was ridiculous. But I can see the logo in my head.
I found this pen outside.
You know what?
I can't help you because I've never even been to Arkansas.
Try it out.
Ooh, I wrote on my kid. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway, I found a new favorite pen.
I found it outside when I was riding my bike and I almost died.
See, Dan said if I was going to a coffee shop, it would be Starbucks. Yeah, me either. There was another coffee shop that was a hole in the wall place. It was in the college. It was in the college area of the town I lived in, and it was called the. Why can't I think of these names? Like literally, Starbucks. Starbucks is what I think of, but I can't think of these little names. I don't remember. Anyway, it was a little college coffee shop, and they had all the local artists, paintings and statues and stuff like that just around. They sold local art and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. You could go in and their walls would just be covered in the local artists' stuff, and under each one would have a little not plaque but a label that had like the name of the painting, the artist, and little info about it and the price if it was for sale. So
That's awesome.
yeah, and I really like that one. I'm not sure whatever happened to it. I knew something was going on with it, but I don't know what happened to it. But it was, we met there me and my study groups would meet there a lot to study and, well, obviously study, but um, Dan says mosquitoes have infiltrated his basement. Oh, that's one of my favorite things about Washington. There's mosquitoes, but there's so few. In Arkansas, mosquitoes were the state bird. They would literally carry off your children.
Wow.
They're like, I'll just take them and suck them dry and bring them back later.
They would always bring me back first, so I'm
Oh,
too
no.
annoying.
Yeah, you know the shit out of them. They were like, they ain't worth it.
Oh, I lied. My absolute favorite coffee was from before I came out as trans back in Arkansas,
How
Poplar
are you
Avenue
having
303.
freaking coffee at 10 years old?
The neighbor, it was Poplar Avenue 303. Like just before we moved, the neighbor, she had a cup of coffee. She let me try. The neighbor on the side that was really nice.
No wonder your growth is stunning. You're only 2 feet taller than me.
I'm not taller than
I'm being sarcastic. Jesus. Anyway, I'm still trying. I can see the name in my head of that little coffee shop. You know, one of the funnest things I heard about Washington is that they had coffee places with women in bikinis. I was like,
topless coffee.
yeah, they had topless coffee places somewhere around here. I've never been to one yet, but apparently it's pretty funny.
Best part is, a lot of them, there's actually no age limit. Well,
They're
not
just
a lot
boobs.
of them, some of them.
Who cares?
I agree. In my opinion, it's just a human body. Some men have penises, some men have vaginas, some women have penises, some women have
Okay,
vaginas.
can we watch
Doesn't
what we're
matter.
saying so we don't get freaking blocked?
Sorry.
Hey, Fishcapades, I wonder who that is. Yeah, she left me. Anyway, Dan says he drinks coffee topless all the time. So, does anybody want to actually talk about the topic? No?
No.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. You guys probably already know anyway. There's only 8 of you in here, so you guys probably already know about brown diatoms. Man, I'm hungry. That could be the munchies.
Grab yourself chips. Let me get you chips.
I don't need chips. I got freaking like Pringles and Cheez-Its and shit over here. Anyway. Politics? No, I'm good.
Heck no.
I'm not doing that. I don't want to lose what few losers. No, I want to don't want to lose what few viewers I have. I did not call you guys losers. That was horrible. I apologize. Cecil Fishcapades is Mel. Are we not gonna cook dinner?
I mean, it's like
Hey, why don't you do a little more after you get done eating? Why don't you do a little more trick on Detroit? Yeah.
Detroit.
Anyway, I did not call you guys losers. I swear to you, I did not. I was calling you viewers, and I said I don't want to lose the viewers, and it came together. The viewers. That's what it was. That's what I was gonna say. The viewers. Oh, Dan's leaving me. Dad, you cannot leave me yet. I guess we can. Everybody done? Yes, exactly, Mel. You guys are my losers because I'm the loser queen. Loser queen. Yay. Are you going to get mad if I tell you spelled losers wrong? Sorry. Okay, I'm done. I promise I won't. Anyway. So is everybody like done chatting or whatever? Because Dan's leaving and everybody else is leaving. I've only got 7 people here. No, that you guys are like the kings and queens. You guys are the loyalists. You stick with me. Those rebels. I'm tighter. Was that a spelling error? Brandon, if you're driving, stop driving and chatting. You're going to make me mad. Oh. I'm tighter, not looser. Okay, I get it. So I was like, that does not sound appropriate. Dan thinks we're at his channel. Although Anita was going all about the anatomy lesson, so I guess it doesn't really matter much. I might get banned off of YouTube because of my kid's anatomy lesson. So, okay. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up, guys, because we've been on here 2 hours and 40 minutes just about, and we've only got 8 people here, and you guys are awesome, and I love you, and you're great, but I'm sure you got better things to do, don't you? No? No? Okay, so you're with little old me because I'm awesome. I am the greatest. I am the GOAT. Whoa, okay. I'm a little stoned. Anyway. Exactly, Mel. 8 of the best people. Oh, 6 now. What the fuck? Yes, Mel. We love you too. People are never going to watch this video. They're going to be like, this woman is not all there. So, 2 of the not best peoples. Yeah, they've deserted me. 2 of the not best peoples. Zine counts as 2, and no, he doesn't have better things to do. Zine, you count as 4. 4. Okay, I love you. See, I wish everybody knew who was coming in and out because now it says we have 8 people in here. So, good night, Gracie. Who's Gracie? This woman is super hydro. But the thing is, I'm not though. I'm just fucking weird. I've only hit the bong 3 times? It's not even that much. And I've only had 72 drinks. That's all. Yeah, well now I'm down to the thing says 6 now to me now. I don't know. It said 8, then 6, then 8, and 6. So I don't know if it's reliable or not. So anyway. Oh my gosh, who are the new guys in my head? Haven't met them yet. We haven't either, Zane. Let's see who those are. Okay, no, seriously. I probably should eat some because I haven't eaten anything since this morning. So it's 7:45 here. Brandon can out weird me. Oh, you being autistic doesn't make you special. I'm weird because I'm weird. I don't have to. Well, I mean, Anyway. Well, I guess. Anyway. Weird off. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so are we done with the weird off now? We are special because we are unique individuals. Doesn't matter our disorders or our issues, because we all have them. They're just different flavors. Dan, you think you're the GOAT when it comes to everything. You're a GOAT because you eat tin cans. I don't know what that was supposed to be. I don't. Yeah, I've been doing this. Yeah. Special like snowflake. I never got why people called other people snowflakes and thought that was a bad thing, because I always thought snowflakes were cool. I want a goat too. Goats are cool. I had a friend that had goats and they were really cool. My neighbors probably think I'm fucking whack. Yeah, I said whack. Oh my god. Anyway, my neighbors probably think I am out of this world because I have the door open, and like I said, their door is 8 to 10 feet away from mine. So, exactly, Dan, and exactly, Mel. They are unique, and we are all unique and beautiful. Especially me. You gotta admit, I look pretty good for 42. Sorry, I don't know what that was. My apologies. Anyway. Yes, exactly, Brandon. We're all the good type of weird. We're not the slaughtering animals and killing people in our backyards kind of weird. At least, I don't know, Dan might be. I mean, he's got a pond. Anyway. So I guess we're not taking off anytime soon, or are we? Because everybody seems eager to stay, and I'm back up to 8 again. So what? I wish, like, is everybody that is in here chatting? If everybody that's in here would just say hi, so I can count you. I said, Dan, you're probably one of those psycho people that kills people in your backyards because you've got a pond. You probably feed them to your fish. Hey, Robert. Nice to have you join us. We are talking some crazy shit that has nothing to do. Mel, you better not be saying bye. What the hell? It has nothing to do with, well, sort of to do with fish. We're talking about chopping people up and feeding them to their fish. Sort of. Dude, Brandon, I love my steak rare. I think if you're gonna cook it well done, then you just might as well eat leather. Oh, exactly, Dan. Never trust a man that keeps pigs. Yep. Oh, Robert was lurking. He was nice enough to say hi whenever I said everybody should say hi. Yay! Okay, so we get Dan, Zine, Robert, Mel. Who else am I missing? Brandon, Cecil. I think everybody else left. Hold on. That's 7. Who are we talking? Who are we missing? It was 7 people. Zine says hi. Got Zine. And Mel. Why is he thought he was leaving? Yeah, he kind of made me upset too. I thought he was deserting me. I was like, seriously, Zine, you are my heart. Yes, Brandon cannot be participating here, but I counted him already because I knew he was here. Okay, so what's everybody want to talk about? Throw some questions, comments, whatever out of there. Let's talk about something. I mean, come on. Mel deserted me because her phone. Yes, exactly, Mel. We have a mystery lurker. Don't know who that is. They are behind the scenes. Dan's hitting it. Okay. Night, Dan. Have a good, wonderful evening. Night. Well, I guess it's like almost 11 o'clock. Yeah, you have been trying to say good night for 20 minutes, but nobody wants you to leave because you're the life of the party. I'm just kidding. I'm the life of the party. I'm the awesomest. And that's only because Anita is not here to be the life of the party and the awesomest. Okay, if I had to choose only one breeding project you already started, which one? My quarries. I don't think I love killifish and they're great, and I love the hatching process. But my quarries are dependable about breeding. They're easy, they make me pretty decent money. They're fucking adorable. They're wonderful. Hey, eyeball. But yeah, probably my quarries are the ones that I've already started breeding, and then my killies would be a close second. So, okay, does anybody else do any breeding out there? I know Christopher does. But does anybody else do any breeding on purpose out there? Or am I all alone? Oh, bugs flew in from the door being open. I will guess who I am. Squeak of Disguise. I will guess who Fishcapades is. You ought to know them from their escapades. Mescapades. That makes it work too. Mescapades. Yeah. Zame, you told on her. Oh, we're down to 7 again, so we lost somebody. Did Eyeball leave? They're like, nah, I'm good. He failed. Hey, everybody fails at some point or another. That's how we learn to succeed. Yay! Eyeball's still here. Okay. Hey, so anybody, questions, comments, concerns? We're down to 6. What the hell? 2 people? I love Zini. Zini too. He's awesome. And everybody keeps calling him Zini, which is cool. But I misspelled his name once. They called him Zine. And he said he would be forever known as Zine to me. So he is forever Zine. Okay, Cecil says, I believe Bristlenose and Red Wag breed. Bristlenose and Red. Oh, that's cool. I do Bristlenose too, but mine are just the common albino long fins. So I do get some short fins because the male is short fin, but the 2 females I'm breeding with him are long fin. However, there is a cave of pleco babies. Well, they've come out of the cave as of yesterday, I think. And they could very well be short fin, all of them, because there was a short fin female in there, and I think they might have laid before I was able to get her out. So, and Mel says she's breeding Medaka first, and then inadvertently Golden Wonders, and Corey's and Swordtails. Good job. Nice. It's quite a wide variety. Anybody else? Oh, okay, so for the people we're down to 5 now. You guys are just deserting me. I'm just kidding. Been breeding boys? Have 4 currently? Is that you're meeting your children? That's funny. Zing doesn't breed fish. Okie doke. So anyway, I think I'm going to cut this off at the 3-hour mark, which gives us about 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's do this. 8 minutes and 15 seconds. You must comment before the time is up. Wait, is that copyrighted? Will I get in trouble? Yes, spam the weirdness. Weirdness. Let's go. Let's see who can be the weirdest. Not like psycho killer, like creepy weird. Just good weird, like funny. Say some random weird shit. If it has something to do with fish, that's even better. So let's see who can come up with the most fishy weird thing to say. Ooh, eyeball. I'm breeding. I actually have 2 separate tanks of guppies I'm breeding. I'm breeding a blonde Cobra Koi line, and then I've got, thanks to Mel, I've got a purple iridescent, like metallic type guppy that I'm trying to find some females to breed with him. So we call it the Cobra Koi line and the custom line. So do you just breed mud guppies, or do you have a specific line or lines that you're breeding? You're reading a fish bedtime stories? That would be great. That is kind of weird. Yeah. Zini breeds frogs. Yeah, you told me that, Zine. That's pretty freaking awesome. I think that's amazing. Sorry, I'm trying to feed the murder beans that I got because they haven't eaten so far that I've seen. But I've been feeding them live baby brine shrimp, so they should be good. I think I'm going to try some vinegar eels in a little bit. These guys have only ever been fed live food, which I'm finding out is common with murder beans, with pea puffers. But I have fed them several times since I got them yesterday. Probably 4 times since I got them yesterday, just trying to get them to eat. Because granted, they are in a they're in a pretty bare tank. They came from a well-planted tank to a pretty bare tank. There's literally only two large. There's two caves in there and two large fake plants and a large filter, and they're just not getting comfortable enough to swim around, but they still mostly stay hidden underneath the filter, behind the filter. So, yeah, I'm really wanting to get their tank set up and planted pretty well pretty soon because I don't like them being unhappy. Now I know they did spawn once, so it'd be really cool to add a couple more males or females. I have to sex them to see how many of each we have. So yeah, I'm not like planning on breeding them, but it would be cool because like I would really like for as much as possible in my fish house, my fish apartment, to add some, pull their weight a little. So it would be nice if I could, considering how great these things are and how well people like them, it'd be really cool to be able to spawn these guys. So I've got to do some more research into that, though. I don't know if it's gonna work out. I will try frozen bloodworms off of tweezers. My murder beads are attracted by. Oh, that's a good idea. Now I've got some frozen bloodworms. I've got vinegar eels too, and I've got the baby brine shrimp. I will try the frozen bloodworms. I'll have to use regular tweezers though because I can't. Okay, I had a full landscaping set that had 2 sets of tweezers in it, and somehow, not anything to do with my teenager, they have come missing. So to use either my fingers or some regular tweezers or something. I hope that'll work. But they seem a little more outgoing today than they did yesterday. At least 2 of them anyway are kind of swimming around pretty well in there. So I don't know. They're a little skinny because the person that I had them before was having trouble getting them to eat well what she needed. She couldn't keep up with their brine shrimp. Because they really like brine shrimp. She couldn't keep up with it. They just, she just couldn't keep up with having enough for them. So, oh, that would be awesome, Mel. Spare tongs feeding tweezers. That would be fucking fantastic. Okay, just I started to say text me before you send it, but it's not like we don't freaking talk every damn day, multiple times a day. So, anyway, yeah, I'm sure at some point I'll remind you. Feeding tweezers, please. I've got picky babies now. These are my first fish that I've got that have been difficult to feed. Pretty much everything I've got, I've got black tiger Darios, and they're doing great. I mean, I feed them baby brine shrimp, vinegar eels, flakes, and they eat it all. So, I mean, but they're so freaking cute. And, well, I mean, they're cousins to the scarlet baddest. So I'm thinking, though, okay, I've always said don't put anything in any tank less than 5 gallons. But I have a 4.5 gallon, and the shrimp haven't worked in it. And I'm kind of slightly thinking about getting a pair of scarlet baddest to put in it. But I don't know. Like, it makes me feel bad because I'm not sure they should be anything smaller than a 5 or 10 gallon. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's bad, or do you think I can get away with it? Because it's a pretty well planted tank. It was for shrimp, but the shrimp went in and disappeared. Seems says the illegal. So yeah, it's probably a bad idea to put a pair of scarlet baddest in the 4 gallon, huh? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it then because I'm scared to put more shrimp in it because I can't afford to invest. See, Mel says 4.5 is close enough to 5. But do you think a 5 even would be small enough for a pair of scarlet? I mean, they're so tiny. You would think it'd be okay, especially with plenty of nothing else being in it. Maybe not for a pair, even though they're like this big. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I shouldn't do it. Maybe 1, and then when I get a spare 10 open up, put a pair in 10. I don't know. I don't like the idea of 1 being alone in there though, because they're not super like they're not. I don't think, from what I understand, that they're super social, but I don't think just being there with nothing, nothing else would be good. So I probably should just stick with snails or something. I don't know. What can I put in a 4.5 gallon? You guys tell me. Give me some ideas for a 4.5 gallon. It's well planted already. It needs to be cleaned out and emptied and redone. So it's gonna be different, but it's got lots of Swisslosser tanks, some stem plants, some, what is that? Oh yeah, now I can't think what they're called. Java fern Wendelov Java fern. No, Mel, I'm not getting another betta. I've already got 3. No betta. I'm good with bettas right now. Nope. I have got Cole, the yellow Pokemon, yellow Pikachu betta. Bella Sharks. Very funny. A rock. Okay, and then I've got Lucifer, the red betta, and now the new black orchid crown tail betta, Reaper. Got him. I've got 3 bettas. I'm not getting another betta. And this one is probably going on my coffee table, so it's going to be right in my face all the time, which the murder beans are on the coffee table. So pet rocks with Google eyes. Red-tailed catfish. Breeding pair of orcas. I don't really like orcas, Brandon. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think they'd have too much room in my 4.5 gallon. Fan shrimp, you mean like bamboo shrimp? See? But they need current. Remember, they have to have, if you're talking about the shrimp that has the fans on their hands that eats particles out of the water, they have to have current. So, ooh, good one, penguin. I like that. I'll have to get some ice cubes to stick in there for it. Maybe that'll help. But ooh, something really fun. I have a friend who has axolotls. And I don't want an axolotl for the very reason that I cannot afford the equipment that you need for an axie. My house stays cool, but I cannot guarantee with all these tropical tanks it'll stay cool enough for an axie. So I would need things like a chiller and a canister filters and stuff that I can't really realistically say that I'll afford. I've been lucky to get free things and things on discounts and stuff like that, but I could not guarantee that I'd be able to offer them the home they needed with as much specialized care as an axie needs. So I'm not getting them. However, my friend has quite a few axies, and they are so adorable. It's been really great because I've helped her name a few, and one of them, one of them's axie, she has not sexed yet. It has not gendered out, so she doesn't know if it's a male or female. But we've named it Daisy, and we both decided that it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. It's going to be Daisy. Now, if it's a boy, we might call him Daze, like Dazed and Confused, because he does kind of act, a little not. He's goofy. It's so cute. I put my finger up at the top, and she'll come swimming up to the top like she's gonna try to grab it, and then she'll just drop down. It's adorable. But yeah, so I get to. My point was, I got to feed them the other day with the little worms, and it's in tongs. It was so adorable, and they just snatched them right out of the tongs. But it was adorable. And if she goes on to see her parents, I'm going to get to take care of her axies for her. So that's going to be really fun. LRB keeps axolotls in Florida. No filter, no chiller. He is magic. Yeah, but Mel, he may be magic, but I'm not. You know the shit that I went through? I am not running the risk that I'm not going to try to give anything but 5-star standard care, because I am not running the risk that I will end up losing something. I cannot afford to lose mentally, physically, monetarily. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about the 4.5 gallon making it into a filterless tank, because honestly, since my shrimp died, it's been sitting there with no filter, lots of plants, and the water's yellow and gross, but the snails are doing freaking fine in it, and the plants are growing great. So I thought about doing a filterless tank with that one, but I don't really know much about it and what it requires. So I'm going to clean it completely out and rescape it, and then fill it right back up, and then figure out what. But see, that's what I want to do. So what do I put in a 4.5 gallon tank? Dwarf frog? A dwarf frog would fit in a 4.5 gallon tank, Zane? Or are you talking to somebody else? Oh, a group of coolie loaches? I don't know. The coolie loaches I had, had to get a pair of 7, and they were my 55. And to be honest, I don't know if I can put them in a 4.5 gallon. Yeah, exactly, Mel. Going filterless, you don't have to worry about power outages. A newt, that would be cool. Okay, Zim, send me some information on Discord or whatever about these frogs and like where I can find out how to take care of them, because Anita is dying for a frog. She's been trying to get me to get frogs for a while, but because I don't have a lot. Yeah, Mel, I know coolies. That's what I'm saying. The coolies I had 7 of them in my 55 gallon, and they got to be this long. And like, I don't know if I would trust a group of them in the 4.5 gallon. But Zim, yeah, send me information because Eyeball Mel is Fishcapades. Fishcapades is Mel. That's who we're talking to. Okay. So Zim, send me information on the dwarf frogs that you're talking about so I can do some research. Because like I said, Anita's been begging me for frogs. So if I could get her a decent frog for this tank, I would totally go for it. I could make that her Christmas present. So Brandon, shut up. Nobody cares. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We love you, Brandon, but frogs don't suck. Don't say that stuff or we'll say you suck. Yeah, exactly, Mel. Yeah, that's what I'm asking too, Bob. Is it African dwarf frog or are there other dwarf frogs? An African dwarf frog would work? Are they fully aquatic, semi-aquatic? How would we do that? Because like I'm a little leery of the whole semi-aquatic thing of having, especially in a small tank like this, of having enough room for them to swim and having a land area for them to go to. Yes, Zim, I like frogs too. They're awesome. Oh, Brandon, you're so gross. Okay, Zim, fully aquatic. So, oh, okay. I think my LFS had a dwarf or African dwarf frog or whatever they're called. Crab eyeball. Eyeball says crab. I don't know anything about crabs though. She wants a fucking crayfish and some other stuff like that. She wants something weird like that too, not just fish. So I'm down with getting her something weird that'll fit in a 4.5 gallon. I'll make me a playlist on YouTube about African dwarf frogs and try to get some information on them because I mean I don't want her to know right now because it would be a surprise maybe for Christmas or something. She would freaking trip out, especially if I gave my precious 4 gallon, 4.5 gallon, whatever it is that I've been trying to do, trying to get to work. She'd be nuts. Crayfish are crazy escapers. Oh, okay. Well, we don't want to do that then because the lid for it's got a big hole in it. From Africa, Zane. Yeah, I figure African dwarf frogs are from. Oh, I saw your comment. Sorry, I didn't see your comment before. Zini exclusively keeps aquatic life from Africa. I didn't see that part. Brandon, I don't think she'll hear me. She's in the back room with the TV on, so I don't think she'll hear me. And Eyeball says African dwarf frogs are easy. I hope so. That would be awesome. So I told him we weren't getting any different creatures that we didn't know anything about until after I got my breeding program organized and set up and stuff. So I don't know. Yeah, Mel, you're probably right. I don't want anything escaped. So that's why I won't get what do you call it, an octopus. I mean, not because I don't have the equipment or whatever, because I can put them in the 4 gallon and be good, right? An octopus in the 4 gallon? No, I'm just kidding. You know I'm joking. That's a joke, right? Yeah, see, Zeme, I don't want to do something that's partially terrestrial and partially aquatic because that just makes things hard, especially in a small tank like this. Like I was saying, how are you going to actually have enough room to do what they need to do for both? Only need a toilet for an octopus. Oh God! Speaking of toilets, I probably should. I've been here. Oh, Jesus, 3 hours and 10 minutes. Ooh, I've got a bathtub. I've even got one of those, and we don't ever use it, so. Can't you tell? Okay, good, Zeme. I will look into the African dwarf frog. That's funny. I was just telling somebody, I don't remember who it was, but I had a neurite that literally I could probably hold on, set my watch. Why couldn't I think of that? I could probably set my watch by it. It would always crawl out of the tank, and I'd find it on the floor every few days. And like it was always out, so I'd always have to pick it up, put it back. But it wanted to go wandering. But I always found it in like a similar spot on the floor, crawling across the carpet. It was funny. Toilets are great for water changes. Just flush. That's right. Just flush. I went to something today that I hadn't done in a long time. See, I lived in the South for a long time, and football, from a time a kid was old enough to walk until they were given a concussion or a spinal injury and couldn't go on, we're taught to play football or be a cheerleader, depending on if you were a girl or a boy. Football was a big thing in the South. I know it's a big thing everywhere, but in the South, it's like a religion. So I haven't been to a football game in a long time because I'm just like, I have a little bit of a problem with the whole concussion and life-altering injuries thing, which I guess you can get from a lot of jobs, but that's a different discussion. Anyway, so my point is I haven't been, but I went today to go with a friend of hers because her daughter was cheerleading. And so I went. I actually had a little fun, but I mean, it wasn't fun because it was a football game. It was fun because I was with my friend who's really cool, and I got to spend time with her and watch her cheer on her kid, and get to yell at her kid a little bit, which her kid didn't care, which took all the fun out of it because you want to embarrass them. That's the whole point of yelling at them. But she didn't care. But I got to spend the time with her. But that's what I did today. Is I took a lot of stairs that my freaking fat butt should not be walking. Well, probably should be walking, but have a difficult time walking. Did a lot of stairs and watched a football game and mostly watched my friend's child do her cheering. So I had a good time today, but that's why I was late because I had to come home and prepare everything for the live. And I almost didn't do it, but I figured you guys would probably be a lot happier if I did. So you're welcome. Was I cute enough? Did it earn me brownie points? I'm just kidding. So, okay, I keep saying this, and I've said this like for every 15 minutes for the last hour. Any last thoughts? Any last comments? Or did you all leave and my counter just hasn't told me yet? I'm glad you're happy, Zine. You are a really cool person, and I like you a lot. Most of the fish community that I've met have been pretty great people. So I do want to say thank you guys for being my friend. Night, Mel. Love you back. Oh God, Brayden, I'm not even gonna read that comment out loud. I'm not sure. I don't have an aversion to wild caught unless they're endangered in the wild. So that's about it. But I'm trying to think of any that I specifically know are wild caught. I know they sell wild caught pentagars. It's possible that Titan, my Garufa, might be wild caught, but I don't really know because he's 7.5 inches, and generally in captivity they only reach around 5 or 5.5 inches. So, you're correct, Mel and Brandon. The fish community is awesome, best family ever. Yes, you guys. Hugs you. Just like that, Shamu causes another Finsby curse. What did he do? What did I hear him say? Oh yeah, the Lord and Savior. Yeah, right. Yeah, Zeem's going too. Where'd you go? Everybody's leaving me. Okay. All right. So last thoughts, guys. We'll go ahead and wrap it up because I probably should be wrapping up my night too because I've still got tank stuff to do. I have to. I really don't have a lot of tank stuff to do because I did most of it yesterday. I get a few things. Stop talking about feeding glowfish to Oscars, Brandon. Jeez. Okay. Say goodnight, everybody, because I love you and I want you to say goodnight to your friends and family. Thank you for sticking with me for 3 hours and 15 minutes. That is epic. You guys are the awesomest, and I'm sorry we didn't stay on topic. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys can comment on here, whatever. You know how to get a hold of me on Discord, all that jazz. I will try to do a live next week, but I'm trying not to be tied down to it because I don't want you guys to expect it and then me not be able to do it. So I will try to do it live next week. Love you all. Good night. Enjoy your evening and may you forever have sweet dreams of fish.